Hey everybody, it's Jay. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, it is, oh my gosh, it's April. The camera is in the wrong position again. Oh my gosh, just crazy. It is April 9th, 2022, everybody. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, it's already the fourth month of the year. I can't believe it. March. Yeah, I just had to count that in my head just now. I just can't believe it, guys. This is crazy. The year is blowing by like nobody's business. Of course, my name is Jay. Welcome to the channel, guys. Holy crap! So many things are changing. The weather, the seasons, yeah, everything. But what doesn't change, of course, is our love for toys here on the Mega J Retro channel. Man, it has been quite a year. It has been quite a year. So many different things have been happening here in Canada, in the United States, and of course in the rest of the world. Um, Again, I do have to just touch on one. Again, I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but guys, we have it pretty good over here, and we do have to remember that not everyone in the rest of the world, is doing as well as we are. And having said that, we just came off of a massive pandemic, right? And the reality is that other parts of the world are not doing so great. So if you guys do know anybody who is of Ukrainian descent, anybody out there who needs just needs to pick me up, just needs to be reminded that we care about them. Please definitely reach out to them, know that let them know you care. I hope that the situation resolves itself sooner rather than later, because things are changing on a very hourly on an hourly basis, right? That's basically the way it is, and it really is something. Man, every it's weird. Every few decades, every few decades, rumblings and conflicts around the world happen. You know, here in the Western world, we are fortunate enough to to live in a very idealized society, and it's interesting how a lot of people view how we live. Um, but being that way, first world problems, right? We just have to understand other people's difficulties, and especially in this case, yeah, there's just no getting around it. People need help. People need help, and people need a helping hand. So I implore everybody, right? No, 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 if you can, if you are able to, if you have the means, please give generously to the organizations that are doing their best to help the Ukrainian people and their situation. And if not, then just if you know anybody who has Ukrainian relatives or is of Ukrainian descent, just say hi, see how they're doing, find out if they're okay, because right now is the most difficult time for them in any situation. And it's my hope that everything will turn out for the best. And that's so hard to say because really we are in an ideal society here for now, but things change. Things always change. So guys, just as much as the Ukrainian people need to reach out, even in our own situations, as I said before, especially during the pandemic, especially during those situations, things change. So while you can, while you're able, reach out to the people who you care about the most. Reach out to your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your best friends. Reach out to them, make sure that they're okay. Say hi. Make sure that they your loved ones are in touch with you, because you just never know when that's going to be harder to do. At any moment we can just go back into stage one, right? And that will just be terrible for so many people. Mental health right now is at an all-time high in terms of people suffering. So if anybody who is easily depressed, right, can get affected by the environmental changes that are happening right now. And I'm not talking about global you know um, situations in terms of like the global climate change and whatever. No, I'm just talking about people and their own personal situations. Mental health. Just make sure that everybody around you who needs a helping hand, the most vulnerable people who are in your circles, check on them. Make sure that they're okay. And you know what? It just sometimes it's just saying hi. Sometimes it's just saying, "How are you doing? Are you okay?" And you're not always going to get an answer. You're not always going to get the answer of, yeah, I'm doing okay. Or sometimes you will get that answer, but it really is more like, I'm not doing okay, right? Don't push, but at the end of the day, just see how they're doing. Just let them know that you're there, right? Mental health is a serious issue, and yeah, yeah, it's tough. It can be very, very difficult. And of course, anybody out here who just wants to chat for a little bit, or needs to reach out and message me, by all means, please, reach out to me on Instagram, say hi. Let's chat about toys. Let's chat about the 80s. Let's chat about, popular culture. Let's chat about anything. Just to get your mind off of what it is that's putting you a burden on you, right? This is what this channel is all about. This channel is about escapism and, remembering and celebrating the culture of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. All these things that help make us, these and remembering these awesome memories we had as kids. That's my goal for this channel, and I hope that you guys will always join me every weekend so that we can remember these things and really just reminisce on these amazing memories that we had as people who grew up in that time frame. But guys, didn't want to dwell too much on that. I did want to just you know remind everybody that there are people out there who need some help. So definitely, if you're able to, do what you can. Whether or not, whether it is monetarily or whether it is just by a warm gesture. Do what you can. That's all there is. However, having said that, we are here to talk about toys. We're here to talk about, the popular culture of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and we are here to escape for at least a few hours at a time. Thank you again for joining me on this wonderful Saturday morning. What am I talking about? Yes, Saturday morning at 1 o'clock a.m. You guys are awesome for being here. Seriously. I don't know too many other audiences who would actually come and hang out at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's freaking bedtime for everybody, right? But we're all geeks inside, and this is what we do. So, guys, welcome. Today, I do want to talk about something which, as fans and as toy lovers, as people who really love 80s culture, 70s culture, 90s culture, one of the biggest brands that have come out in recent years. And they started as a boutique brand like everybody else. They started just like Super 7 did. They started just like um, some of these other smaller companies who have come and gone. But for whatever reason, NECA, was able to ride a wave of nostalgia, and over the past few years, they have garnered a reputation for some of the absolute best looking sculptures in the toy industry. And bar none, I completely agree with the idea that NECA sculptors are absolutely the best in the industry when it comes to realistic sculpts, for action figures. And in more recent years, they've actually tackled cartoon accurate sculptures for miniature action figures, 6-inch action figures for cartoon properties. Um, and you know what? I do have to say, I am absolutely enamored by what I see from NECA. Absolutely stupendous. Seriously, they look gorgeous. But therein is the Achilles heel of NECA. They do look incredibly well sculptured, incredibly well detailed. Everything about them is a work of art. But when you come down to something as as defined as an action figure, the definition of an action figure is a toy which you can actually play with, manipulate, be rough and tumble with. Well, that's not actually the definition, but this is what we know to be the definition of as kids, right? As people who grew up with toys. So, as an adult collector, you want to be able to take this figure and pose it in dynamic shots in the most you want to recreate those scenes that you saw in the movies, in the cartoons, in everything that you saw as in your favorite films, in your favorite series. And you want to you want to make things happen that have never happened before. So, with the promise of 12 points of articulation, 18 points of articulation, 22 points of articulation, many of us are excited by the notion that we will finally be able to create scenes that have never been done before. Relationships that have never been done before between characters who we've always fascinated and fantasized might actually get together in the show, right? Fan fictions, if you will. But it really is disappointing, unfortunately. When you hold a figure in your hand which looks so much like the characters you grew up with as kids, that you idolized in those films, and you're getting ready and you're like, oh my god, here comes Ash, he's gonna kill a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, or he's gonna take on the Shredder, right? And you're setting things up. You have the right lighting inside your display. You put a backdrop on the display, on your actual display case. You've sculpted rocks out of clay, whatever it is that you've done to make your diorama. You're ready to go. It's all getting set. You start manipulating, Ash. You start manipulating the Shredder, and just when you're having just when you're about to finish off that scene where Shredder's about to like stab Ash in the neck, and Ash is using the Necronomicon to protect himself. Whatever it is that you're going to do to actually make these figures come alive, the one sound that you never wanted to hear in your entire life as an action figure collector happens, and it's mortifying. The snap. You literally forget Thanos. Okay, Thanos wiping out the entire world. It happened. Okay, that snap was heard around the universe. But the in your own personal world, in your own personal headspace, once you hear that freaking, and you are literally holding on to two pieces of a toy, one in one hand and the other piece in the other hand, your life has basically just like, oh my god, it literally has destroyed whatever joy you had in purchasing that figure, whatever scene that you were going to put together. It is completely decimated the entire moment of everything that you were trying to do. And it really puts that sour taste in your mouth. It really is one of those things which you just can't imagine ever happening in your lifetime. And seriously, it's one of those things that turns people off to the nth degree. And it's just one of the worst things that a toy collector could ever experience. Coupled to the fact that early NECA figures, much like Super 7, much like all these other, small boutique companies, very early NECA figures, when they were just getting off the ground, they were upwards of $50-$60, per figure, right? The very, very first NECA figures that were released. Now that they've gotten to Walmart, now that they've gotten to Target, and they've gotten mass distribution, they've come down to a point where it's much more affordable in terms of like picking them up as an action figure, much like you would with any GI Joe or Master Universe or Power Ranger figure. But back in the day, 5-10 years ago, when people were collecting these figures, imagine like manipulating your figure to the scene that you want, and all of a sudden hearing that, and you're like, yeah! You literally spent $60 on a figure, and it snaps right in front of you. This is the absolute worst idea. And we basically brought it all the way down to two small letters that mean so much to us now that we actually know what they mean. Those two letters are Q and C, quality control. This is something which is absolutely ridiculous. And in recent days, in recent months, in the last couple of years, it has become more and more apparent that NECA's QC seems to be at the height of their actual problems. I mean, I've been receiving report after report after report, especially during this most recent holothon, about massive QC issues that have just been starting to show up out of nowhere, right? You guys have actually seen a little bit of what happened to me when I picked up Demona from Toys R Us. I was fortunate enough to be able to swap her out, but here's the new version that I was able to pick up. For everybody who was wondering about that, I picked up a section version, found it in another Toys R Us, all the way in Pickering, and yeah, this was crazy. They had to dig it out of the back. It hadn't actually been put on the floor yet. But I was so scared when I went there, because if we open this up, well, you guys remember that the first one I picked up had two of the exact same face. Massive QC issues, like massive. That's crazy, right? And I still haven't even put this together because I'm so scared, right? But I finally got that rectified. You can see right here, she does have two completely different faces. She has her stoic face, her sinister grin, and of course her demonic look. So definitely was happy to get that resolved, right? Because it was hilarious, because I actually went to Toys R Us and I said, hey, I need to exchange this, and they're like, why? And I'm like, well, I opened up the front and I showed them the two faces, and they're like, they look fine. I'm like, yeah, but I had to point to the back of the box and say, you're supposed to get one of these, right? You get one of these, right? You get one of these, but you're supposed to get one of these, right? And they looking at it, and they had to take a double take because they literally had no idea what I was talking about. Here's a grown ass man asking about asking to exchange toys. It's just one of those situations that continues to happen. But this is at the root of the majority of problems that we're experiencing as toy lovers, as collectors of these awesome figures. NECA, who does, and again, admittedly, does some of the most amazing sculptures that you have ever seen. Literally miniature statues, right? Miniature, yeah, just miniature versions of characters. And in some of the most wonderful, versions that we've ever seen in terms of sculpted toys. But yeah, the quality control behind that seems to be lacking, completely lacking. It's as if they don't care. Um, in so much that we are the fans, and you know what? Again, there's always going to be that little thing where fans are very very sensitive. They take it a little bit too far. But we're passionate. With this is what we do. This is how we live our lives. But at the end of the day, and this is very important, we are consumers. We are consumers at the end of the day. We are the ones purchasing these freaking products, right? And it just does not shine well to the whole concept of buying products which are so freaking fragile. So bringing Demona back right here. So I remember the first time somebody finally picked up one of these. Uh, it was Mad Hatter. Like in terms of like the reviews that I watch, Mad Hatter reviews. He picked one of these up, found it early during Haulthon, and he was super excited. Ran home. He already picked up Goliath. Might as well bring him up. So yeah, he already picked up Goliath. Right? Don't fall, Goliath. So he already picked up Goliath, right? And Goliath turned out to be great. In terms of like, I haven't heard too many people complaining about Goliath's wings, other than the fact that they're gigantic, right? But in terms of what it is, Goliath actually turned out pretty good, right? But here comes Mad Hatter Designs. So Mad Hatter Reviews. And yeah, he picks up Demona. He's all excited. He's raring to go. And the first thing that happens to him is he puts the wings on, and then you hear that again. You hear that telltale, that snap again. Thanos has nothing on freaking NECA. The snap should be a term reserved for NECA. Seriously, the snap is a real thing. It is ridiculous, and it is the worst nightmare any collector has ever heard in their lives in terms of like being a NECA fan. Like absolutely crazy. The fact that the wings on Demona, like in terms of like how there's that saying 1 out of 10. I'm not. And here's one thing I will have to say. I will have to preface everything I'm talking about with this. YouTube has allowed people to really put a magnifying glass on everything. Okay, I'm going to put it that way. I'm really going to put it that way. YouTube has allowed everyone to put a magnifying glass on everything, and the reason I say that is because this for the number of figures that are actually out there, the ratio is probably closer to 1 out of 10. Honestly, it probably is. It probably is really closer to 1 out of 10, which is appalling. Okay, that should not be happening at all, right? One out of 10 is scary. But YouTube makes it look like it's it makes it look like it's 3 out of 10. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the way YouTube makes it look, because the ones that are going to get the most attention in terms of like looking at these figures, because they're gorgeous, right? But the ones who are going to get the most attention are the ones where they have something go wrong, right? Because nobody wants to hear that they spent $40 on a figure, $30, something like that, $35. I'm gonna say that nobody wants to spend $35 on a freaking figure and have it snap on them. You know what I mean? Nobody wants that. But for the YouTubers who are out there, it just seems as if the ones who are reviewing these things, it seems like they're the ones who are catching the QC issues. And in a sense, that's good for the consumer. People are understanding that there are problems with these figures. But I will admit, when you put everything into a magnifying glass, when you really scrutinize to this kind of degree, and again, there are only so many reviewers out there, right? But we're the ones who speak the loudest, right? We're the ones who have the platform. We're the ones who people are listening to, right? In terms of what you get. So when it comes down to that, you know, you're gonna hear a lot of people just come, and those are the ones that actually go viral. Those are the ones that really get the attention because there's an old saying in the news industry, like good, all news is good news, right? It doesn't matter if it's bad, it doesn't matter if it's good, it doesn't matter if it's cute, doesn't matter if it's ugly. All news is good news. But one thing they never say, which is true, is that bad news sells. All right, bad news sells. And when somebody talks about the fact that their wings snapped on their Demona, you better believe that that's going to be the one that actually gets to the front page of YouTube, and it did, right? So there is a lot to be said about what's happening with NECA over first of all over the years, but even more so now when they have events like Holothon, like the Target partnerships that they have. Well, everything to do with NECA. It really puts a magnifying glass on the whole situation. And the problem is that this is where a lot of reviewers are going to come in and start. This is where a lot of reviewers are going to come in. I dropped my Demona. This is where a lot of reviewers are going to come in and really harp on NECA's quality. It's just going to happen that way. Thank God there was a cushion down there. But yeah, it's crazy. And I just wanted to come in today and really dissect and discuss with you guys. I know I rambled a little bit, but I want to dissect it and not dissect. Sorry, dissect is wrong. I wanted to have a conversation. I wanted to find out from you guys. What's your experience with NECA? Right? Do you guys have any NECA figures? Is this as bad as it seems, or is it something which is just kind of been blown out of proportion? Right? What are your experiences with NECA? These figures here, Goliath, right? Demona. Sorry, they're on the floor. Demona, right? These are the ones that are in the spotlight right now, and rightly so, because obviously they're part of a huge push from NECA to get figures into stores and to bring awareness. But now we also have these brand new figures like glow in the dark Muckman, right? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4-pack, right? These are products which are getting into people's hands. And now that Haulathon is over for the most part, now I want to find out from everybody here tonight, if possible, what have you experienced? Have you opened up your figures? Are you experiencing any breakage? What is your experience with NECA from back in the day? Have you experienced more often than not that the figures that you buy snap on you? Does that telltale? Does that really break your heart, or is it not as bad as everyone thinks? Is it just the fact that YouTube and social media and everything about that has allowed for a magnification, a really big spotlight on for smaller things? 1 out of 10, right? Has that been the biggest thing for NECA, right? Because again, it's just they just happen to people just happen to pick up the wrong figure. Is this something that or have you guys had similar experiences? Please let me know in the comment section what has been your experience with NECA, and how what can we do? Like, should NECA change their policies? What is it about their whole process? Is their QC as bad as it seems? Now we're going to touch on some things which people have talked about months past, years past, about NECA's overall policies in terms of like how they define their products, right? Because there have been a lot of people talking about this whole idea that NECA actually treats their products like groceries. Like, wow, that's been a thing, and we're going to get into that. But I just wanted to really come in here and find out what you guys, what's your experience with NECA, and is it really as bad as it seems? Now, I do have for full transparency, these are not my first NECA figures. Okay, so I first started getting into NECA with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the movie figures. I missed the boat on the San Diego Comic-Con edition with the 4-pack set with in the VHS style box. Totally missed out on that, and I was dying to get the actual 4 set when they came out individually. Thankfully they did, and that was actually one of my very first hunting videos ever. and it's way back before the channel even started concentrating on action figures. So I bought the entire full set of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was at San Diego Comic Con I also I did pick up the Captured Shredder, special edition pack, the exclusive that was at San Diego Comic Con. Then I went on to pick up from a friend the Shredder, the Krang body figure. That was awesome. Comes with Krang, by the way. Then I picked up from another collector the Toka and Razor 2-pack. In a trade, I was able to pick up the original Bebop and Rocksteady cartoon version. And what else do I have? Do I have anything else? I'm sure I'm forgetting something else. And one of the viewers on the channel was very, very kind and helped me to pick up the TMNT original Turtles in Disguise 4-pack, which absolutely blew my mind. So very, very happy to have gotten that. I'm still trying to work out a deal with another YouTuber for Shredder and Krang. But I want Shredder to be able to be in the collection. So I have had some experience with my NECA figures, but here's the problem that I've experienced. I'm so freaking frightened. I am so scared to take any of these figures out of their packaging. It's just an absolute fear that I have. I'm literally gun shy about taking any of these figures out. I think the TMNT movie figures are a little bit more robust, and I'm saying that with a huge caveat because I've never even opened them, right? But I believe that they are a little bit more robust than other figures. But the Krang body is the one that scares me the most. I have a friend in my hunter group. The moment he opened up his Krang figure and he tried to attach the axe attachment, it literally, as he was doing, it's the snap happened. It literally happened, and he had to Dremel that thing out of there just to be able to put the hand back in. Oh my god, I think I would seriously cry. I would be in tears if that happened to me. And I'm pretty sure he was in tears, right? So I am so gun shy. I'm so scared. I'm so frightened to actually open up any of these freaking figures. It's just one of those things. Are you guys experiencing this? I'm so scared. I'm so freaking scared. I just have no idea. Anyways, guys, I've been rambling on for literally a half an hour. Let's find out what you guys are saying in the chat, because it seems like there's a lot of activity in here. Bad Wolf Customs, airbrushing and decals. Hey, Bad Wolf, good to see you, my friend. Now that they are charging Super 7 prices now that they are charging Super 7 prices, the QC issues had better go away. I'm guessing you're talking about Canada, Bad Wolf. It's not that they're charging those prices. It's moreover, that's what is happening with the import fees. But anyway, aside from that, yeah, I would love for that to happen, but that's not NECA's MO. That's not what's going on. And you know what? It's just one of those things. Have you experienced anything, Bad Wolf? Like what has your experience been? Bad Wolf, $277 shipped from Toys R Us Canada for the 4-pack Turtles. Better be 100% zero QC issues. Yeah, so you are talking about Canada. Unfortunately, Bad Wolf, that there's something wrong with that. I do have a very big issue with $250 for the TMNT 4-pack. That's way above retail in terms of the import charge and even a small fee for landing fees. It should be more in the range of 200, 210. It should not be nowhere, absolutely near $250. So yeah, I'm totally with you on that. I don't know why Toys R Us is gouging like that, because in my opinion, that's actually gouging. That's closer to scalper prices. And I don't say that lightly. I really don't. That's actually pretty crazy. So yeah, on that one, I completely agree with you. Jabbar Robbins, hey Jabbar, good to see you, my friend. Hey Jay, just jumping on here to say I saw your video on the figure of former WWE superstar Nia Jax, and the name is Nia. Remember that next time, Jay, Nia. Jabbar, I appreciate it. You're always correcting him. You're always correcting me, and I did realize that at the end of the video. If you noticed, I did actually end up pronouncing it Nia. Actually, was it Nia? because I was saying I was saying Nina, right? I was saying Nina Jax. Yes, I was saying Nia at the end of it. So thank you, Jabbar, for always educating me on the way these things should be pronounced. Barry, evening, Jay, and go Jays, go! Yes, go Jays, go! I love the Blue Jays, so great. Barry, today I picked up Batman Year 2 at GameStop and was very lucky to find it. That's awesome, brother. That's great. There's another one with a huge price tag for, in a lot of ways, that I consider no real reason. McFarlane has been one of the few companies that has actually been very reasonable in terms of their price hikes. And that Year 2 figure, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Barry, at Toys R Us, I got Master of the Universe Revelations Stinkor, NECA Ultimates Ash, and Tantive 4. Excellent. Great pickups, my friend. I hope they were all on sale. But unfortunately, the sale for the Star Wars stuff ended on Thursday. But anyway, best awesome pickups. JTYW27. Hey, what's going on, my friend? Good evening, Jay. Good evening, JT. Armando. Hey, what's going on, Armando? How you doing, my friend? Florida Gator 97, FL Gator 97. Pow, kapow. Yes, I know. Unfortunately, that is just what happens with these figures. It's crazy. Geeky Ninjas. Good to see you, Geeky Ninjas. How you doing? Hello, my friend. How are you tonight? Simon. Simon. Hey, Simon, what's going on, brother? Hey, everybody. Hey, Jay. How are you? And thank you for posting your videos for us to watch. Thank you for working hard. Thank you, Simon. You are a gem. Thank you so much. I agree with you. We love toys, and give us that, and the toys give us joy. Absolutely, I like that. That's like a little rhyme. Armando, finally getting my shipment of the new wave of Origins from BBTS. I'm sure it's a bit more pricey with the cost of gas. I prefer that over hunting around town and coming up empty. Yeah, I totally agree, Armando. But you know what? There's just something about the hunt that it never grows old, and it's addictive. It's really addictive. Don't get addicted. Don't get addicted. Congratulations, Armando. That's awesome. Bad Wolf, heading back into everyone. Heading back into everyone getting sick. I know. Unfortunately, this is just the reality of our world right now. So, as I said, if you guys have time, definitely say and you have people who you care about. Definitely check up on them at the very least. Make sure that you make sure that you check up on all the people who are important to you. Like that's just me talking. At the end of the day. But I truly believe that if everything goes right back to where it was before, we miss these interactions with people. You know what I mean? We are a social animal, right? This is just something that we as a people are accustomed to doing. So the fact that people do not communicate with each other when they're locked up, pretty much in their homes, like caged. We need those social interactions. So at the very least, having a phone call, having a conversation is something that's very, very important, especially for mental health. It's just something that I think Bad Wolf. It's just something I think everyone should definitely get into. Seriously, reach out to your loved ones, man. Reach out to your brother, your sister, your best friend, everyone who's important to you, your cousins, everybody. Armando, met actor Chris Pine last night in town at a steak line restaurant. Awesome guy. That's awesome. Congratulations, brother. Holy crap. That's got to be a rare one. Not so often you get to see celebrities in steakhouses, for crying out loud. That's crazy. FL Gator 97. BBTS keeps delaying my Kingdom Blaster pre-order. That's so wrong. I was able to get it for a few bucks off for the legacy version, thanks to one of my followers. It's awesome. So huge shout out to him. Thank you so much for letting me know. It was on Amazon. So guys, check Amazon for Blaster. And FL Gator, if you find it in the wild, you can cancel. Unfortunately, BBTS is okay with that. They're pretty cool that way. Miguel Bernal, hey Miguel, how are you, my friend? My regards, brother, from Mexico. I send you a big hug here, very hot at 17 degrees Celsius. Oh man, we miss those days. And at night, more or less, about 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. Oh, gracias, mi amigo. I hope to see you. Thank you so much for being here. It's so much fun. Stay cool, my friend. Stay cool. Ninja Turtle toys in the game. Ninja Turtle toys in game in Toktik. What the heck? I think I know what you're trying to say. Ninja Turtle toys in game in Toktik. Wow, that's a great handle, my friend. NECA TMNT, Secret of the Ooze. Yes, I was able to pick up those two a while back in a trade with a fellow collector. Awesome stuff. Um, but yes, I hope everyone was able to get their NECA TMNT Secret of the Ooze accessories pack and another chance at Token Razor. Geeky Ninjas. It's not BBTS delaying; it's the distributors not keeping up with withdrawal supply and demand and that leans in on the companies that are supposed to be fulfilling the orders. I don't disagree. I think that's actually part of it, 100%. But a lot of people are saying that BBTS is a bit slow on fulfilling their orders, and I can't say no. I've been waiting on several orders myself, um, but in a sense, I'm willing to wait. So it's tough. But when you see these figures being reviewed by other YouTubers, it is frustrating, and you tend to get jealous. You tend to get a little bit, what do they call it? Salty? Yeah, it happens. It happens. Bad Wolf, dude, I came to this channel to get away from depression of the world. You're failing that goal. I hear you, Bad Wolf, but it's also important not to run away from that as well. We do have to at least acknowledge it once in a while, and I don't dwell on it much. But at the same time, I would be amiss if I didn't at least say something. I have people who are from Ukrainian descent. Some people I really care about. And they're suffering. So for me, I'm doing my little part to bring awareness to that. I don't dwell on it often, and I hate to say it, but you brought us right back to that now, Bad Wolf. It's not your fault. It's the hot button topic of the day. Having said that, I still do believe that if you should be reaching, like, everyone should be reaching out to the people they care about the most. I'm gonna stop there. I think that's enough of what we're talking about. So yes, Bad Wolf. If that's something which you consider a bit of a failure, I'm happy to take that on the chin because it's important. It's something that needs to be done, and I make no apologies for trying to help people who I care about. I think I'll leave it at that. But you're entitled to your opinion, so absolutely, I totally respect that. I totally respect that. Geeky Ninjas, I agree. Well, again, I totally respect your position, guys. Really, with typo above. Okay. FL Gator, never stress. My wife hates it. Absolutely. Just got back from the Miami Heat game. Ooh, sweet. Who won? Barry, only 5 likes and 18 people in the chat. Show Gandalf Beard some love. Barry, that good. I'm gonna say this one. Well, I'm gonna say this once. That joke is getting old. Badwill Customs. 12 bells. 12 bells MB. 12 bells MB. I don't know what that means. I don't know what. I'm sorry. I don't know what that means. Bad Wolf. 12 bells MB. Please elaborate. I have no idea what that means. Badwill Customs. 7 inches. That's ambiguity if I've ever heard it. Please give me at least some context because I really don't know what you're talking about. FL Gator, I haven't gone down the NECA rabbit hole. Honestly, once you're in there, and there's really very little you can do about it. It's hard to escape. It really is hard to escape. Oh my gosh. Rufus the Red, thank you so much, Rufus, for the $5 super chat. You are awesome, my friend. Thank you so much. Yo, Jay. Yo, Rufus. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat. I hope you're doing well. Where are we here? Oh gosh, I lost my place. Man, we are really high up there. Here we go. Okay, Geeky Ninjas. Oh my God, I applaud you. I know that's hard. That is hard. FL Gator. That's willpower, man. That's willpower. Geeky Ninja says, "Don't start." Barry Allen. Yeah, it sucks now that you have to pay full price for NECA, and now they're toys. Now that they are there at Toys R Us because they are not at GameStop Canada anymore. So here's a tip, guys. Here's a tip. GameStop Canada is owned now by they have new owners, Sunrise Records. So if you guys didn't know that, someone today found Goliath at a Sunrise Records. Holy crap! So guys, I suggest everyone start checking their Sunrise records. I'm gonna be going to Sunrise records tomorrow, see if this is true, because I don't think it was in I don't think it was in Ontario. I think it was in Calgary somewhere. But apparently, Goliath was spotted at a Sunrise Records somewhere in Canada. So, guys, there's a big tip for you. Check your Sunrise Records. Now, I don't know if the prices were any better. That's the one thing I don't know. I don't know if the prices were actually any better. But Sunrise seems to be benefiting from that relationship with having being owners of Toys R Us. So, guys, take that as you will. But yeah, apparently, Goliath was spotted at Sunrise Records. Bad Wolf. It was only a matter of time for NECA to up their prices. Yes, this is it's like anything. Even Mattel is upping their prices. So it's just the way of the world right now. Everything is going up. Food, gas, appliances, electronics, clothes. Everything's going up. So yeah, again, I keep saying this. Toys are luxuries, guys. Toys are luxuries. We are very fortunate and privileged to have them. So you know what? At the end of the day, when it really boils down to it, these things are not going to be able to keep you warm. These things are not going to be able to be put on your back and and used as clothing. These are not going to be able to be eaten, right? You can, but you're probably going to get poisoned. But yeah, at the end of the day, they're just luxuries, right? They're wonderful keepsakes. They're wonderful mementos, but that is all they are at the end of the day. JTYW27. I thought those were only for the holothon items. Is Toys R Us now the only carrier for NECA in Canada? So it still remains to be seen if they're even allowed to carry NECA. In my opinion, I think this is just a very special holothon tie-in. In my opinion, that's why I made the video called holothon, Toys R Us holothon. I'm not 100% sure if they have any exclusive rights or exclusive distribution to NECA. I'm not sure that's actually a thing. At one point in Canada, the only place you can get NECA products, sorry, not one point. Traditionally, the only place you can get NECA seems to have been GameStop. But having said that, I've seen NECA products at Walmart. They have the Aliens toy line, and they also have the Chucky toy line. So it could be that they're expanding their horizons here in Canada, which is great. It only means good things for everybody. Brushstroke. Hey, good to see you, my friend. They should be made of compressed powder so you can watch them go poof when you touch them. I like the way you think, but I'm not spending $40 on poof, or here in Canada, $57 on poof. Holy crap. J2YW27. I think some of the specialty shops. I think some of the specialties you shop would okay. I think some of the specialty shops would still be selling that. Yes, this is true, and in most cases they're actually better priced. To be honest with you, Toy Snowman. What's it called? mftoys.ca. What's it called? Redshift 7. Northman Collectibles. What's it called? Shoot, I had. Hold on. I gotta make the shout out. I keep forgetting to make the shout out. Let me just. Sorry, I'm trying to remember all the toy companies that I deal with, and this one literally has come up, very very recently. So I want to give them a shout out. Oh gosh, where are they? Let me see. I know. Sorry, guys. This is where are they? Yeah, sorry. DJC Collectibles. I'm talking about all Canadian online retailers, by the way, guys. What else? Come on. You're in here somewhere. Hold on. It's coming. It's coming. God, I just literally stopped the broadcast just to look for a name of one. Ah! Come on, guys. It's in here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Yeah, Zed Collectibles. Oh, that took a long time. All wonderful Canadian retailers online. So yeah, I imagine that they actually have much better prices than the retail. Amazingly, they have better prices than the retailers, which is a shock because because it's usually the opposite. Usually the smaller retailers are the ones who are charging higher margins. So shocking, guys, very very shocking. Bad Wolf Customs. Look at what they fetch on the secondary market. Yeah, I know. For toys which go snap, right? Like it's crazy. It is absolutely insane. Geeky Ninjas. NECA isn't about the adult collector anymore. That ship is gone and sailed ever since Toys R Us in the States went under. There are a lot more. There's a lot more to what's being said. And it's not about adults. Okay, you can't be ambiguous like that, though, Geeky Ninjas. What are you saying? Like, seriously, just come out and say it, because I don't understand what you're trying to say. If it's not about the adult collector, then what's it about? Like what do you mean by that ship has sailed? What do you mean by the fact that Toys R Us is dead? In the U.S. What do you mean by that? And what do you mean by what do you mean by your last sentence? By there's a lot more to what is being said. It's not about adults. What does that mean? Please elaborate what you're saying so we can all understand, because what you're saying is so kind of ambiguous, because like really it's a bit of you're kind of going around in circles. I'm not trying to say that that you're not articulating yourself. Well, it's not that. It's the problem is when we're reading on the screen, it can get lost in the translation. So please, I implore you, please elaborate so that we can all understand a little bit better. Bad Wolf Custom. All figures are climbing north way too fast. It's again, Bad Wolf. It's not just toys. Toys are luxuries, gas, clothing, freaking appliances, everything. Everything is going north. Everything. And I live in Canada. How much more north can you get? Like seriously, it's going past us. It's going to the North Pole. It's going to the freaking stratosphere. This is the problem, right? And as I said, these are luxuries. Wait until food prices really become unattainable. Then you're going to see some problems. You're going to see some massive problems that everyone has. Like, not forget about toy collectors. Again, we are living in a time of wonderful renaissance. But at the end of the day, this will mean nothing if we don't eat. It just won't. FL Gator 97, do the snap again. JTYW 27. Just look at the prices for Transformers Masterpiece. MP44 was the start. Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but the engineering behind MP44 is ridiculous. Like, let's just be honest. And I don't even think it started there. I think it started with MP30. I think it started with freaking Megatron. Seriously. What was he? MP32? Like seriously, when he came out, that was the start. That was a real start of some like high prices for action figures. Just crazy. But even before that, action figures were rising in price even before that. Yo Joe C. Hey Yo Joe, good to see you, brother. How you doing? Country Boy 9, John. Hey John, good to see you, my friend. I love the look of each of my NECA figures, but man, I'm always super careful when posing them. Definitely got tight joints and not the strongest plastic. No, they are literally like and this. I'll go ahead and mention this in hearsay, because I actually have no factual information about this myself. I heard from another YouTuber who did a whole video on this that apparently NECA defines all of their products as perishable goods. That's kind of shocking, right? That's actually kind of shocking, because if you define something as perishable goods, it means that it does not last, right? And the fact that plastic, for action figures in general, if you actually think about how long many of the classic versions that are out there, many of the original versions from 1984, maybe even 1970s, are still around today and are still very, very, very playable. The more perishable part of it, like for instance, with Master Universe, the rubber bands, the O-rings that are in GI Joes, things like that do deteriorate. But the plastic itself actually has withstood the test of time in many regards. So the fact that NECA actually defines their products as perishable goods, holy crap, that is a foregone conclusion if I've ever heard one. So yeah, that is shocking if it's true. Again, smarter, more diligent people have done the research, and I can only reiterate what they're saying. But the reality is, I have no idea. I really don't. So take that comment with a grain of salt. I really don't know. Again, I have no citation for it. So, Bad Wolf Custom. Glad I didn't push the button on the holothon when it was out of the States. Yeah, it was you were patient, my friend. Patience, absolutely. Great move. Yo Joe C. I never followed Gargoyles, but those figures look great. They look amazing, Yo Joe C. Honestly, they look They look amazing. I'm hoping they actually pose amazing. We will see. Bad Wolf felt like a scam. Yeah, I know it can feel like that. 100%. Um, they only work in a toy store. I mean that's debatable, but I see where you're coming from. I do. I know what you're trying to say. Country Boy 9, John. Just grabbed myself the Demona and Griff Tandem today. Ooh, great stuff, right? Can't wait to open, but also scared at the same time. We should never be scared of playing with our toys. That makes no sense. That really doesn't. Seriously, you shouldn't be scared to play with your to operate, a toaster oven. You shouldn't be scared to to use a skillet. You shouldn't be scared to do anything, right? And the same goes with your freaking action figures, man. You should not be scared to actually have them and pose them the way you want. Bad Wolf. I go to Canadian Tire and they have the same face when I talk to them about tires. Oh, that's hilarious, bro. Oh, Canadian Tire. That's funny. Simon, thank you, Jay, for letting us know what's going on around the world. I feel like I need to do something, and I feel helpless. Honestly, I really do. I feel like I can't do enough, and I've tried my best with my own circle of friends. The people who are affected the most. With that, I don't want to dwell on it too much, but thank you, Simon. I tried my best. Yojo LC. I was able to get a Masters of Grayskull set for $60 up bucks on offer up. Woohoo! The castle, nice, great. That's an awesome buy. It's a wonderful price. Is that with shipping, Yojo OC? Simon, I hope Jay it gets better. I hope so too. You agree? Thank you, Simon. It's important to make sure your loved ones are okay. Absolutely, that's the way I feel about it. Bad Wolf. The Earth is Mars 2 in the future. The Earth is Mars 2 in the future. Oh, okay. Sure. I'm not 100% sure what you're referring to, but I can follow your train of thought. So I agree. I think I pretty much agree. Pop back to Rick. I asked a kid working at Toys R Us if he will get the new Motu figure, if they will get the new Motu figures. He said, "What is Motu?" I showed him the section, and he said, "Oh, my grandpa used to play with those." You felt old. Pop back to Rick. We're all in that boat, my friend. Seriously, we are all there. Do not feel bad. Do not feel bad. He's just a kid. Geeky Ninjas. NECA doesn't care if they NECA doesn't care if they did NECA doesn't care. If they did, they would at least have a customer service line to handle the issues like this, but they don't. Their idea of caring is them to release a new replacement that you will have to have. Wow, that's shots fired, bro. Wow. But you know what? I cannot disagree. I just can't. It just wow. Some food for thought. Cheers, everybody. Geeky Ninjas. To buy in an upcoming release. Wow, that's crazy. Bad Wolf Customs. My grandparents had no toys. They probably had tin toys. They probably had they probably had tops, and they probably had stuffed animals. I'm pretty sure when they were kids they had some sort of toy. Bad Wolf. Simon Jay, this is good to spend time with us. Thank you. I appreciate. I want to spend time with all you guys, and this is the highlight of my weekend. Everybody, this is so great being able to spend some time with like-minded individuals, people who love the stuff that I love. It's so great. Barry, yeah, but it's NECA. Going to replace it if you keep your receipt and then you give them the code on the package so they know which one it was that broke. I hear you, Barry, but it should never have to come down to that. I think that's what actually everyone's kind of trying to say. That it really should not have to come down to the fact that you keep replacing these things. I mean, seriously, I don't appreciate the fact that I had to go back, and drive to a Toys R Us and in a city, two districts over. I did not want to do that, but I did. Right? That should not have to happen. Right? Ideally, in an ideal world, that should not have to happen. Right? Anyway, Simon, Jay, I agree with you. I agree with you on NECA. They make the best action figures. Well, they make the best action figure sculpts. I'm not 100% sure if they actually make the best action figures. Bad Wolf, NECA does not replace. Period. That's debatable. I mean, you can go back to the store and replace it, So NECA technically doesn't replace it, but the store where you bought it at will honor the replacement in most cases. In most cases, but I don't, I see what you're trying to say. Raymond, hey Raymond, good to see you, bro. I have no problem with NECA King Kong. Again, that's the 9 out of 10, right? That's how it works. That's how it works. Yo, Joe C. I really don't own any NECA. Maybe one Predator. Well, there you go. At least you. But what's been your experience, Yo, Joe C? Has there been a lot of breakage on your end? Geeky Ninjas, NECA does replace, but you have to go through so much in order to even get a replacement part. Again, they don't have customer service line to make it easier. And if you are lucky to get a replacement piece, yes, and of course, the same was true with trying to replace it with the with Target, with Walmart, with anybody who actually carries it. If they have stock, they'll replace it. If they don't, then they'll basically tell you to go to the manufacturer. So now I see what you guys are talking about. Yes, very, very difficult. Barry, Jay, the only NECA figure that broke on me was when the stripe fell from my shelf. Barry, you're very fortunate. You're very lucky. There have been a lot of reports of people who have literally broken their figure on the first day, just taking it out of the package. So yeah, consider yourself very lucky, Barry. That's awesome. Geeky Ninjas. It takes a year or longer to get it. Oh, there you go. That's really terrible. Bad Wolf. I've never had a NECA figure break, but missing paint parts or double left feet. Yes, I know. So crazy. Just terrible. Bad OC, right? Bad QC. That's rated bad QC. Barry, Motu Prince Island broke on me and Mattel reimbursed me. Yes, again, Mattel is used to these things though. They do that on a regular basis, and so does Hasbro. Bad Wolf, NECA wants you to return to retail for replacement parts in Canada. Yeah, I had to do it, so yeah, I don't disagree. Gigi, NECA is small when it comes to when compared to Mattel. So OFC, I don't know what that is. Mattel have all the necessary departments to handle those issues. Yes, they are billion-dollar companies, both of them. Those are both billion-dollar companies. So of course they have departments to handle all those things. And yes, NECA is small. NECA is still considered not really a boutique company anymore. They're actually quite big now, but they're nowhere near the size of either of those companies. Bad Wolf. Never got any replacement pieces from NECA ever. Well, you just said it yourself. You haven't actually technically needed one, but still, it's hard. It's hard. Pop back to Rick. My Origin Sycor has a chipped paint on his white upper arm. I was bummed out, but sending it back to BBTS for replacement is not worth the price. Wow, that's crazy. That's nuts. There are ways around that, Rick. There are ways around that. PM me on Instagram, Rick. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what I would do in your situation. Send me a PM on Instagram. Let's chat. Simon, sorry, Barry, about your figure broken. Did NECA help you with your issue? Yo, Joel C. I think I'd prefer using. I prefer Super 7 Ultimates over NECA. Yes, those are tried and true bucks that they're using. They've used the same buck over and over and over again, and they are they are solid. Having said that, they're not as advanced in terms of the articulation in most cases for those figures. It's a toss up. It's a toss up, but I don't disagree. I actually have a lot of confidence in Super 7 over NECA, 100%. Bad Wolf, Super 7 equals yuck. Oh, that's your opinion, Bad Wolf. I personally love him. Mark Antonozzi. Hey, Mark Antonozzi. Good to see you, my friend. Hello from Minneapolis. How's everybody doing? Wow, Minneapolis. That's awesome. I'm doing fine, my friend. I hope everyone else says hi to Mark. Good to see you, Mark. Hey, Mike, what's going on? Tidarium hangers in the house, guys. I have never broken a NECA figure, but bought broken ones for cheap. Oh, Mike. You're a laugh riot sometimes, Mike. Awesome. Thank you for that. Geeky Ninjas. Super 7 caters to adult collectors. There is a difference and can't compare with NECA. That's a loaded answer. That's a loaded answer. I don't know. I really don't know how to respond to that. Really. I'm gonna choose to let other people respond to that. Thank you, Geeky Ninjas. That's hilarious. Simon, hi Mark, how are you? I live in Virginia. Wow, that's awesome. Bad Wolf, open NECA equals paint flakes. Ooh, wow, another shot's fired. Yeah, that's another thing I'm worried about with Krang. I already see on the elbow joint that all the paints is pretty much flaked off. Mark Antonozzi. I wonder if they'll ever make another Masters of the Universe motion picture in theaters. I saw that 1980s. Okay, I wonder if they'll ever make another Masters of the Universe in Masters of the Universe motion pictures in the theaters. I saw that in 1987. Went for the first time, and it wasn't horrible, but wasn't great either. You guys are all hilarious. I love the Masters of the Universe. It's one of my absolute favorite films of all freaking time, and in my opinion, still one of the best kids films of all time. You can take that for what it is, but I personally think it is. I love the Master Universe, 100%. Live action film. I freaking love it. So, again, you can berate me all you want. I love it. Seriously. Best Skeletor, live action Skeletor. Best Skeletor's performance ever. Ever. Since there's only ever been one. Yojo C. I actually got the fourth Turtles in the 2-pack for NECA, still in the package, although ones I'll get for the line, I like them. Nice. I also have not opened up. I haven't opened up any of my NECA figures because I'm so scared. I'm just so freaking scared. Papa Rick Jay thinks Motu 87 movie is the greatest. Yes, I do. And you guys can all suck it. No, I'm just kidding. Seriously, I do. I love the Masters of the Universe 1987 film. So great. God, love it. I have power. Yep. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Geeky Ninjas. Well, you will never know if there's any QC issues with any of your NECA figures if you don't open them and check. I know, exactly. Which is sort of where I'm kind of stuck right now. But I will eventually open at least the Turtles 4-pack and the movie figures. I just love them too much, and I have to see them. That's coming soon. You guys will see. Mark Antinozzi. Hope to come out with another Dragon Walker because I tried to put batteries in my vintage Dragon Walker and it doesn't work. Have you tried contact cleaner on the contacts? Because what happens is they might have oxidized and it actually might have affected the way it contacts with the batteries. Just take a little bit of, you can even use alcohol. Although I would actually go and buy a contact cleaner, Mark, and kind of just use it with a cotton swab and wipe on the actual contacts of the batteries. See if that works. If that helps, that's I think that'll go a long way. Because generally speaking, that's 9 times out of 10. That's what's happening. So give it a shot, Mark. And I want to know if you think they're going to come out with an Origin Snake Mountain. I sure as hell hope so. I really want an Origin Snake Mountain to complement my Castle Grayskull. God damn, I'm seriously hoping they do. I want Eternia. I want the horde, the Evil Horde playset, the Fright Zone. I want so many things. I really want. I want everything. I want it all. I want it all. JTYW 27. There was a review that compared the Turtles in Disguise versus the Holophon 4-pack, and he felt the new 4-pack was slightly better. The 4-pack also had elbows that can bend easily compared to the Turtles in Disguise. That's fine. It's also $75 more. You know what I mean? Like there's pros and cons to everything. Pardon me. And here in Canada, it's like $80 more. You know what? Sorry, more like $100 more. It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. Just ridiculous. Simon, Mark, I think they will make it. I think they'll make it in the year for sure. I sure as hell hope so. Barry, Tetsa 4 is still on sale. Same with a half off on other Star Wars toys. Beautiful. Really? Today? Cool. I'm gonna have to go back to Toys R Us tomorrow. Are you serious? Did they extend it another week? That's awesome. Holy crap. Bad Wolf. Actually, Toys R Us is cheaper than the International Holothon the event they had. Would have been more than $300 for the Turtles pack. Holy crap! Are you serious? You are shitting me, Bad Wolf. Are you serious? God damn. Mark Antonozzi. I missed the game, but I guess the Twins last two that I missed the game, but I guess the Twins last two that won the last two that won the Mariners. Okay, those are all baseball. Those like I'm gonna have to look now. I'm gonna have to look it up. You guys are like piquing my interest to go find out who's playing tonight because that's crazy. I missed the game, but I guess the Twins last two that won the Mariners. Sorry, Mark. That's it's just such a weird thing. I don't know if you're saying it. I'm not sure. Anyway, I gotta go check what you're talking about, Mark, because I would love to find out what the Mariners and the Twins are doing. Kirk HD. Hey, Kirk HD. Good to see you, bro. Hey, Jay, how's it going? I heard that about the revelations. I heard about the reviews mentioned that the same issues you mentioned in Valverse and NECA Aliens toys seem to be like there's no quality control at times. Okay, whoa, what the heck? Hey, Jay. Hey, Jay. How's it going? I heard about reviews. I heard about reviews mentioned the same issues. You mentioned Valverse and NECA Alien Toy. Seems like there's no quality control at times. I never mentioned Valverse. I don't know anything about Valverse. I have no idea what their quality is like. So I'm sorry, Kirk. I just want to say that I did not talk about Valverse. I have no idea. I'm waiting on a Val. I'm waiting on both my Sergeant Slaughters. But I'm interested to find out what Valverse is like because it's supposed to be akin to GI Joe. So I'm hoping the Alien toys again. I have never bought an Alien figure. I'm hoping to get one soon. Actually, that's not true. I do have one Alien figure. Anyway, I've only got one, and I've never taken one out of the package. So hopefully, I'll be able to find out more about that. Good to see you, Kirk. Tiberian Hanger. How's the new car? Do you like it better than the old one? So, you know what, Mike? It's fine. I'm getting used to its quirks. You know what I mean? Driving a standard vehicle in 2022 is very different from what I'm driving my vehicles from a decade ago. Things have changed a lot. Like there's a lot of buttons. There's a lot of a lot of extra features. And what do they call it? The drive by wire. Yeah, that the disconnection I feel to the road is kind of weird. To be perfectly honest with you. Now I'm driving, of course, a standard transmission. Um, for anybody who doesn't know what that is, that's where you have to shift gears manually, manual transmission. Um, and again, I've driven manual transmission most of my life, but jumping into this car was just interesting. Like seriously, I don't I've never experienced drive by wire as much as this one. And again, it just feels really disconnected to the road when I put the pedal down. But that will fade over time. But other than that, I'm really enjoying the car. Thank you so much for asking, Mike. I really appreciate it. Barry, Armando, you lucky dog. You meeting Chris Pine? LOL. There you go. Absolutely. Kirk HT, for safety purse, you can use hot water trick on the limbs or just slightly move the piece carefully. Yeah, this is true. A lot of people have done that, to try and get the most out of their figures without endangering them for the most part. Local Lou, hey, Local Lou, good to see you, my friend. What's popping, people? Not much, my brother. Good to see you, and everything's popping much more now that you're here. Good to see you. Miguel Bernal, hey, Miguel. Here in Mexico, they don't sell NECA in department stores, only in intermediary stores. Back to the Future is 1,200 pesos to 1,300 pesos, more or less 60 to 65 US. So that's very reflective of what we're paying here in Canada. So yeah, that's yeah, that's it's just the import costs. It's crazy. It's crazy. Lokoloo, love from the Bronx, New York. What's up, Himano? Good to see you, mi amigo. How are you doing? I love, wonderful to see other people from other states and other parts of the U.S. Thank you so much for joining us here, my friend. Not much. We're doing well. We're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well and staying safe in the Bronx. Things are. How's the weather there? It's still up and down for us. We had 6 degrees today. Yojo OC, it hit 96 degrees Fahrenheit in OC today. Woohoo! Jealous, so jealous. Awesome stuff. Great to hear. Pop back to Rick. I got my Motu Origins Wave 7 from BBTS. No patience with my Walmart and Toys R Us in my area. Being stuck on Wave 5. We're in the same boat up here, Pop. Rick, we're in the same boat. It really is. This is Canada. What can we do? BBTS is a good alternative, honestly. Unfortunately, they can be a little backlogged. They can happen. Barry, just like I'm still waiting on the single pack of Turtles movie April O'Neil since September of 2021 from Toy Snowman. It can happen, bro. I'm hoping that they'll get restock for movie April O'Neil. Like seriously, I really do. Just cross your fingers, bro. Hopefully things will get better. Loco Lou, saw your video on the TMNT vans. I believe the fourth party van for the TMNT is the most accurate out of the two because Super 7 is straight toy remakes from the classics. I mean, yeah, Loco Lou, I agree with what you're saying for the most part. Now, I will say this, and I will say this very, 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 very carefully. The Super 7 version is the most detailed. Okay, it really is. It's got way more detail than either the Super 7 version or the NECA version. And in some regards, the NECA version and the sorry, what am I talking about? It's the Super 7 version is way more detailed than the third party version or the NECA version. I really got to get that straight because that was like, oof, went right over my head. I do have to be very careful with that though, because although they are the most detailed, okay, the very very detailed, all the little molding, all the additional sculpting, all the additional molding inside of the Turtle Man looks great. Having said that, it's not cartoon accurate, as you said. It's more based on the toy. Whereas the NECA version and the third party version are very, very cartoon accurate and very simplified in that way. So we have to take that into account. Having said that, in my opinion, when you compare the NECA version to the third party version, I tend to like the way the third party version looks a little bit more than the NECA version, only because that flat front is just not doing it for me. It seriously is not what I envisioned for the Turtle Van. The cannons are a little bit thin, which actually is more accurate to the cartoon, believe it or not. But I do like the beefiness. I do like the width of the third party version. It's just personal preference at that point. It really is. Some people are just going to go straight for the Super 7 version. Some people are going to demand that you buy that they have to have the officially licensed version, and some people are going to be like myself, are okay with the third party version because it looks like the van that I want. It's not colored exactly the right way, but I like it. I really do. Rufus the Red, thank you again so much, my brother, for the $5 super chat. You are the boss. Thank you so much. Armando, President Zelensky, Time Person of the Year. Well, you know what? That's something. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it will. I don't know. He's been able to he's been able to rally his people, so it's possible. That is a very big possibility. But sorry, I had to grab something. As much as I want it to be over, it's not. It's far from over. You know what I mean? So hopefully things will start to get resolved. That's the hope. That is the hope. Loco Lu, yes. Is that Chile? Are you Chilean, Loco Lu? Or am I completely wrong about that? Sorry, I'm not sure which flag that is. I apologize. Please let us know. Let us know where you come, which country or which nationality you are from, Loco Lu. Oh gosh, what is it called? Pardon me. Oh, Puerto Rico. Okay, I wanted to look it up because I didn't want to get that wrong. So are you from does your family hail from Puerto Rico, Loco Lu? My apologies if I mentioned Chile and did not know what I was talking about, because I don't. I really don't. But that's awesome. Puerto Rico family, excellent. Pop back to Rick. Armando, what wave did you get? Huh, that's a good question. What wave did you get? Bad Wolf. You can call them 6-inch figures. NECA turtles are 7 inches. You know what? I guess they're 7-inch scale, but they're. But is that from NECA or is that from Super 7? Because Super 7 is 7 inches. The scale is all over the place. Honestly, it's hard. It's hard to really gauge everything. Somebody's going to have to figure that out. Rufus, hey, good to see you too. Thank you, bro. Really appreciate it. Oh, what? Oh, Rufus, you're too much, man. You are too much. Where is that? There it is. Rufus, oh my gosh, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much for the super chat. You're awesome. No, you're the boss. I am not the boss. I told you about my collection. I said I wasn't much of a collector, and you assured me I was. Remember that full Iron Man? Yes, I do. Rufus, dude, you have nothing to worry about. That's crazy. Like honestly, in terms of a collection, I think that your collection is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, Rufus. You're awesome. Thank you so much, brother. Now I lost my place again. um. Oh gosh. Puppet Rick. Wave 8, Trooper Clawful, Anti-He-Man, Anti-Attorney He-Man, and Sunman. Yeah, it's still on the way somewhere. I'm pretty sure it'll be here sooner rather than later, but later rather than sooner. But hopefully sooner rather than later. God, so hard to be a Motu fan sometimes. Bad Wolf. Didn't the guy who owns Sunrise Records just purchase Toys R Us? I mentioned that a long time ago. I was saying that, but you know what? I'm trying to catch up with the chat, so that's probably what's going on. That's actually what happened. Pop back to Rick. Wow, that was fast. I know, right? Lokalu. Inflation is the new thing. Inflation has never been new. It's been from time immemorial. But I see what you're saying, Lokalu. It does seem like it's the new thing. Yo, Joe C. Jay, do you see Hot Wheels in Canada? I seem not to see them anymore on my shelves in Orange County for a long time. Our shelves are full of Hot Wheels, but they've also been they've also had their space occupied by a whole bunch of different manufacturers, including Matchbox, including Bennett, including all these Tika toys, whole bunch of different small vehicle manufacturers. So you just have to look carefully. Sometimes the packaging is rather similar. Roger Tan. Hey, Roger. Good to see you, my friend. Which version of the party wagon are you getting? I'm getting myself personally. I am looking at getting the third party version. That's just my preference. I just really like the way it looks. I like the way it's shaped. I like the width of it. It looks amazing. And now the price is not that obscene. It really is not. So, yeah, that's the one I'm getting, Roger. Yo, Josie, I just set up the retro turtle wagon and the retro. Yeah. I just for crying out loud, move. Sorry, I just keep hitting the boxes here. I just set up the retro turtle wagon and the retro turtles in my DTOF, and it's my favorite. I don't need the new ones. There you go, brother. Keep it real, man. Keep it real. Bad Wolf. Toys R Us carried NECA a few years ago. Yes, this is true. I bought all my Planet of the Apes figures there. Yeah, I know, but for whatever reason, they were dropped. E-Collectibles Canada. Oh, that's a good. There's another great Canadian online retailer. Typo Collectibles. Absolutely. Roger. I hate the holothon. They said worldwide delivery, but they done shipped to certain countries when NECA International does. Really? I did not know that. Holy crap, that sucks. Is that true? Man, that's terrible. Bad Wolf. E-Collectibles Canada is amazing. Every single parcel has come packed with perfection. Excellent. That wonderful glowing review there. Run Flores. Hey, Orlando. Good to see you, brother. How you doing? Roger, does anybody have a problem with posing NECA figures? I have a hard time getting foot soldiers to stand nicely without falling. That's what tonight's whole conversation is about, Roger. Just the fact that QC issues, as well as issues with the figures themselves, can be difficult. The problem with foot soldiers is they're very top heavy because they have those long arms, right? And if you're going to talk about the head, no pun intended, the head foot soldier, he's just got this huge freaking brain. So yeah, he'll topple over every single time. You got to do it like in the cartoon where they had the squat pose, kind of like He-Man. You have to put their knees way down. I think that'll really help. Just a suggestion. Barry, yeah, food's going up in Walmart, grocery stores, but thank goodness we have Dollar Tree and Dollarama for all dry good and cheaper prices. Yeah, if you like the taste of those things, I really gotta wonder. Jay, sorry about the joke. Your beard, you're shaving soon. I'm just saying, Barry. Like I don't mind a good ribbing every now and then, but every once in a while, it's just one of those things, man. I apologize. I don't mean to offend anybody. Yo, Joe C, there's nothing like that 80s plastic. Woohoo! That's an indestructible. Indestructible, which is not true, actually. I have several examples of being destroyed. Jermaine, hey, Jermaine Hunter, good to see you, bro. What I miss is what I miss. LOL, loving that that Motor Master. Can't wait to pick it up. Oh, it is looking great, doesn't it? All these leaks coming out of everywhere. It's amazing. Geeky Ninjas. It's simple. NECA don't ant about the adult collector. Okay, here we go. It's simple. NECA don't ant. I'm guessing that's a typo. It's simple. NECA don't ant about the adult collector as it once was. Don't care? I'm guessing. That ship has gone and sailed back when Toys R Us died here in North America, meaning that they didn't have anyone else to carry the line. I see what you're saying. So basically, they had to go online or try and work with Walmart or Target. I guess that's what you're trying to say, right? Can you imagine? Okay. I see where you're coming from. Sure. Pop back to Rick at Barry. You don't find anything in Dollarama under $3 except for a chocolate bar, maybe $1.50 or $2 depending. Yeah, it's kind of funny now. Yeah, in Canada anyway. It's kind of funny how that works, right? Barry, I imagine Sunrise Records will become more Toys R Us for their NECA figures. You know what? There's some cynical nature, right? There's a cynical attitude going around right now that they bought Toys R Us just to get their toys. It's weird. Because Sunrise Records is nowhere near. It's what's really weird is that they bought them to begin with. Have you gone into a Sunrise Record store? It's so small, right? The fact that they actually bought giant stores like Toys R Us, it's crazy. It's just nuts. Who knows? Maybe they'll start carrying records in Toys R Us. It's going to be really strange. Barry, Rick still cheaper than Walmart and grocery stores. Rick, what? Rick's still cheaper than Walmart and grocery stores. Oh, you're talking to Rick. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right, Geeky Ninjas. The products. So the products. Their next resort was big box retailers such as Target and Walmart. Both big box retailers aren't toy stores. The purpose for them is to make agreements with both parties. Was for them to. Okay, here we go. Have more people to see their product to make purchases. So that goes out of the realm of the adult collector. More kids the product and want. So it's all about the numbers and sales now, as if it wasn't what they would have lasted long as they currently are. Honestly, Geeky Ninjas, your logic. I see where you're coming from. I understand on a passionate side for an adult collectible argument. I see where you're coming from, but every toy manufacturer's main goal is to be distributed in mass, right? To be able to reach the most amount of people as possible. And the fact that NECA has actually reached the level of Walmart and Target, that's a triumph. And it only means that the cost of toys goes down. You know, that attitude is kind of, I would prefer that the cost of the toys go down once it gets to higher distribution. That can only help the consumer, right? And it's clearly obvious that these toys are still made for adults. And the argument doesn't really make a lot of sense, considering that even back in the day when they were making toys and have a partnership with Toys R Us, those toys were still breaking. So it doesn't make it regardless of whether or not they had more distribution now than they did back in the day with just Toys R Us. Those points make no difference. If their toys continue to break, regardless of who's carrying them, then the QC is still the major issue. It doesn't matter whether or not it's made for adults or toys or both or kids or both. It doesn't make a difference if the QC is still continuing to be ignored and they still treat their products as disposable goods, as perishable goods. Then it makes no freaking difference. They're never going to do it properly, and they're never going to basically achieve a level of quality that adults can really appreciate, right? Now, whether or not they're making toys for adults or making toys for kids, I can't see that. I can't see that they're making, Stranger Thing toys with blood and gore and stuff like that, which are marketed to kids. That doesn't make any sense. They cannot make a horror line, which is marketed to kids. That doesn't make sense. They can't make alien toys with again gore all over them, predator toys with gore all over them. They can't do that. Aiming at a kid's market, that doesn't make any sense, right? You're not going to buy these figures for your kids. Some people do, but seriously, it's not generally marketed towards kids. So, Geeky Ninja, I have to say, I'm sorry, but I disagree with your overall assessment of the situation. I think the fact that they actually are in Target and Walmart and up here in Canada now again in Toys R Us, and the fact that they are in GameStop and they have way more distribution than they've ever had in their history is a good thing, because it brought the freaking price of their toys down so that we can all afford them. Inflation is what has brought their prices back up, and it has very little to do with their marketing values to kids or adults. That's actually not what's happening, and that's not what happened when they actually decided to try to get their products into Target or Walmart. That's not what happened. They really are trying to get the most distribution for the lowest price, and it really did benefit the consumer. And not only that, more people were able to see them, more people were able to buy them. That's actually a good thing. That's never a bad thing. It is commercialism. It is what's it called? Yeah, it is commercialism. That's basically what it is. It's marketing your product properly. That's what it is. And I hope you understand my point, Geeky Ninjas. It's not about whether or not they wanted to market the kids or not. It's not that. It's trying to get the lowest price for the most distribution across the board, and they did that. Barry, I mentioned. Yeah, okay, I read that already. Local Lou, I have Bronx, and the figure is dope to pose. Beautiful. I will have a review on Bronx and the Fugitoid Saturday morning. Excellent, guys. Go check out Local Lou's channel if you want, if you can. He's producing reviews for NECA figures. Pardon me, guys. Yo, Joe C. I noticed that some figures actually say that it's not a toy on the packaging. I know. That's very surprising. So the fact that it says that means that they are marketed towards adults. Roger. Roger Tan. Lego plastic lasts. Lego plastic is indestructible. Truly, pardon me. Man. Truly indestructible. You ever stepped on a Lego? Whew! That is one hard piece of plastic. Yo, Joe, 60 flat for the Mode 2 set is a good deal. Yes, it is. That's a great deal. Honestly, that is an amazing deal. Lokaloo, I was able to get 2 sets of the TMNT 4-pack Ooze set and accessories. Congratulations, my friend. That's awesome. Great pickups. Pop back direct. Canadian Tire. There you go. Fix a headlight, and there you go. And the next you know, you're paying with tons of other repairs in your car. Yeah, I know. It sure does seem that way, doesn't it? Yo, Josie, my grandparents played with rocks. Bad Wolf. Grandparents' toys were sticks. You guys are brutal. You guys are brutal. Pop back to Rick. My grandparents played with World War II. Ooh, dude. Whoa. Easy there, bro. Easy. That I know you're joking, but bro, just wow. That cut deep, man. That cut deep. Seriously. We're something's happening out right now. Just take it easy. Loco Lou. I want NECA to redo the Mirage TMNT figures with new articulation technology. I hear what you're saying, Loco Lou, but bro, that's crazy, man. That's a high ask. That is a high ask. I'm not gonna dispute what you're saying, but that is a high ask. That's something that's it. It would cost a lot. A, it would cost a lot. B, it's I'm okay with the Mirage versions. They look pretty good. They look pretty cool. If they come out now, here's something that I think would work. If they reissue the 12-inch figures, if they issue are they 12 inches? Anyway, if they issue, I think they're 12 inches. If they reissue the 12-inch figures with no, they're bigger than 12. 16-inch figures, they're huge, right? Anyway, if they issue the big turtles with new articulation, as you're saying, I think that would be awesome. I think that would be great. David Jones, hey, what's going on, brother? Bad Wolf. Scalpers get all the figures in Manitoba, so no replacement figure stores here. Luckily, to find one in the first place. Oh man, that really does suck. Yeah, I know. Ontario, we're all anybody, all of us in Canada are experiencing very much the same thing. I had to go. I had to go to three different. I had to go to three different Toys R Us's just to find this replacement figure for for the one that I had Two Faces on. So yeah, I feel your pain. I feel your pain there, Bad Wolf. 100%. What's going on today? I have stuffed nose for whatever reason. Yo, Joe. Still got the NECA pre-order in package, but it does look fragile. I know, just crazy. Matt Chapman. Hey, Matt Chapman. Good to see you, my friend. What do you think of the quality of Turtle Van will be like? Do you think that they can tweak the design before they may start making the orders? The shell bump is way too high. I agree with you on all those points, 100%. I think unlike an action figure, which has a heck of a lot of points of articulation, you know what I mean? Like, I think a vehicle with a couple of wheels, which are on a spoke, uh, door hinges, a lifting roof, maybe, and cannons. I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that for their first vehicle ever, unless somebody can correct me on that, that it's going to be rather simple, right? I don't think unless they make unless the hinges on those doors is made of the same plastic, which I hope to God it's not, and you open them too fast, too quickly. I think that's the only place you can really break it. Again, I say that with a huge um, provision, provisionally, provisionally. I say that, right? A huge caveats on that because we know what NECA is like. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wishfully think that it will be okay. Honestly, my fingers are crossed. Thanks for that awesome question, Matt. Logo Lou, I own a lot of NECA. I own a lot of NECA. Some are hit and miss, and some are just like other toys. I collect everything for Super 7, NECA, Hasbro, Mezco, Hot Toys, and third parties, etc. My collection is too big. Welcome to the club, Loco Lou. But you know what? You probably have a way bigger collection than mine. I tip my hat to you, my friend. That's awesome. Yes, I totally agree. Every toy company, every toy is going to have its quirk. Oliver Belmonte. Hey, Oliver. Good to see you, my friend. Jay, I heard back then that NECA is a toy company. Jay, I heard back then that NECA is a toy company that produces non-durable goods. Yet toys are considered as durable goods or hard goods. Yes, I mentioned that earlier in the stream. They actually consider their goods perishable goods, which is crazy. I heard a couple of YouTubers have been mentioning that on their streams. So yeah, that is scary. That's scary to consider that seriously. It's insane. Jermaine, this is why I don't open my NECA figures because I know probably going to break one. I know it's just so sad, isn't it? Barry, Simon, no, because I got the stripe and the stripe at the end of Fan Expo 4 years ago. Well, that's tough. That is tough. No pun intended, but that's a tough break. Like, actually, that is a pun. Yeah, my pun is intended. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, Barry. Miguel, Jay, please say hello to my good friends, Philly and Bo. Philly and Bo, ¿cómo estás? How are you doing, my friends? Good to see you. Who don't like to drink beer and much less tequila. ¿Cómo estás, mi amigo? I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. Thank you so much for watching the show. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Miguel, muchas gracias. I really appreciate all the shout outs. You are amazing, Miguel. Simon, Jay, tell me if I'm right on this topic. When toy companies have a figure that said Q1, is it January, February, March? Q2 is April, May, June. Yes. Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 are the 4 quarters of the year. So the 3 months of every year. You are correct, Simon. Barry, Jay, 100% agree with you on the Motu movie. I just recently watched it. It still holds up today. Barry, you rock. Awesome. Oliver, I asked myself to do NECA toys. I asked myself, do NECA toys break due to seized joints, or is it the quality of the resin or plastic? I see images of broken NECA toys on Google, and they are embarrassing. Yeah, it's hard to say what factors come together to actually make it happen on a regular basis. Yeah, brother, it's so hard, which is why we're having this discussion. Geeky Ninjas, OFC, of course. Oh, there you go. I learned something new all every day. Loco Lu, Jay, I'm here at work and with my TMNT 4-pack in disguise, and I have zero issues with my figs other than paint on the hinge joints because of the on the bandana. Yeah, that's great. I'm hoping it turns out to be the same for me. Pop back to Rick. Jay, I wonder whose fault for the lack of figures with Motu Origins on the way in Walmart's or Toys R Us. Is it the stores? I don't know how to update the waves, or Mattel isn't sending any. Who is to blame? Blame is something. Blame is something which is we can blame everybody. Like, that's what blame is. But the reality is there are a lot of factors that are involved. In many cases, Walmart just will not restock the shelves because there's so many other products that are still there. Clam Champ, Ram Man, they're still clogging the shelves. The last few waves still have not really sold out. And they have tried doing clearance sales. I was there. And they still haven't moved. So they're going to have to do liquidation soon with many of the products that are still sitting on the shelves if nothing changes. And the problem is that makes retailers gun shy in a lot of ways. They just do not want to continue carrying the product. So time will tell. I found Jitsu the other day at my local Walmart, and I was shocked. But he was the only figure left. So that means that the Sorceress, Buzz Off, and Stratos are gone. Right. So there you go. Again, they are trickling in slowly, but it's just one of those things where you have to be there at the right place at the right time. It really sucks. Barry, yeah, I understand. I understand NECA figures break on you out of the package. I think before any posing should be done, you heat them up in water or use a hairdryer. That should not have to happen. You should not have to heat up your freaking toys just to be able to pose them. Ridiculous. I know what you're saying, Barry. You're absolutely right, but it's freaking ridiculous. That is crazy. Barry, besides NECA figures have QC issues, there are still a lot of figures out there with QC issues. A lot because of paint bleeds and mispaints. That technically, okay, so that is a different type of QC. Quality control is everywhere, right? I see what you're saying, but the problem is that when it comes to quality control of actually breaking figures, that is a huge red flag. Those are massive things that should never happen. Local Lou, Ed Barry, yes, hot water and hairdryer is the trick before posing any of your figures. That should not have to happen, guys, honestly. Barry Allen, where's James Shapiro? Don't know. Maybe he's out at a game tonight. Maybe he's out to dinner. I don't know. JTY27, mind you, paint issues are probably more forgiving than breakage. I totally agree, 100%. Renegade Biker. Hey, Jay, it all good. It's about 35 degrees Fahrenheit here in Arkansas. Oh wow, you guys are awesome. Drive safe, Renegade Biker. Jan Free Solo. Hey, Jan Fries. Bonjour, mon ami. Comment ça va? Hello, Jay. Hello to the toy family. Good to see you, my friend. Salut. Kirk HT. What meant to say I've seen Veliverse figures with broken limbs and Aliens figures with broken limbs, quite a few. Interesting. I don't know. For that, I don't know. I've never played around with any Veliverse figures. I'm still waiting to even get my own. Localu, I will be getting all 3 TMNT vans for a review and comparison. Awesome. That's a big chunk of change, bro. Great stuff. I love the hustle. I love the dedication. That's awesome. Barry Allen, Jay, what do you think about the Will Smith being banned for? Honestly, I don't. I'm so over that. Whatever it is. You know what? I'm not even gonna. Sorry, Barry. I'm not even going to go there. I don't have an opinion. I really don't. I really have none. Okay. People are gonna argue that for the rest of the time. But I will say this, and this is the only point I will make on this. The slap heard around the world made the Oscars relevant, made the Oscars relevant again, because they haven't been for the last almost 15 years. You can take that with whatever grain of salt you want. Seriously, that is what I will say about the what happened at the Oscars. Rufus the Red, again, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. You are the best. Oh man, I loved your collection, bro. I really did. And please send me more pictures. I would love to see them. Yo, Joel C. Do you think the Super 7 van will get on sale at some point, or sell out at the current price, maybe due to limited quantities? I think they're made to order. EOJOC, which is why they give which is why they gave the window until April April 21st, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, they're all made to order. You don't have to worry about that. Just when you're ready, order it. They're made to order because again, the problem with the turtle van is it's such a specialty product. That's why it's so actually very expensive. And a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, $250." No, that's actually pretty cheap in today's economy. That's actually pretty cheap. Seriously. And I'm not saying you have to buy it. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that in terms of what it is, realistically, it's pretty cheap for a boutique company because Super Seven is sorry, NECA is still really technically is still a boutique company. If they're not going to be putting it at retail, then that means that it's up to the consumer to buy it. And at $250, that's a safe zone for them, right? The reality is, if they actually brought it to market, it probably would have come down to about $200, maybe even 150, depending on the lines of distribution. So the fact that they didn't bring it to market means that it's a direct buy only, right? So that's what you're paying for. That's what you're paying for. You're directly buying these things. So order them now because that is going to be the cheapest price you're ever going to see for a vehicle of that size. Localu, yes, my family is from Puerto Rico. Oh wow, I got okay, I got that right the first time. I thought it was like sorry, I got that wrong the first time. I thought it was Chile, but yes, it's Puerto Rico. Okay, awesome. Again, my apologies for getting it wrong the first time. I do not know my flags. I'm sorry. Rufus the Red, thank you, Jay. I love your content so much. Well, thank you, Rufus. I really appreciate your support. Localu, NECA is a 7-inch scale line, but for the tune line, it seems to be closer to 6 inches. Yeah, it seems to me. It seems that way. To me, it seems like the tune line is 6 inches. I don't know why. Kirk HT, hey Jay, the White Darth Vader looks really nice. I hope I can read about it or find more info about it. I was just shocked that it even existed, to be honest with you, Kurt. Apparently, it's in the comics. What do they call it? Watch my video. I think I mentioned what it was. I can't remember it off the top of my head now. Titanium Hanger, Mike. I am with you on the third party turtle wagon. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Showbiz, show Zed for the win. Yes, 100%. Show Zed for the win. Absolutely. Renegade Biker, Localu. There's a fellow co-worker that is from Puerto Rico, and he's an awesome guy. Excellent. Rufus the Red. I'm waiting on the new Labyrinth figures right now. Pre-order them in August. Oh, that's so excellent. That's awesome. Yojo C. Foot soldiers have feet problems. I know, right? That's awesome. Great man. That's it. That's a good one. That's a really good one. I like it. Jan Fries. Yes, in France, not NECA Gargoyles. Yes, in France, no NECA Gargoyles is not distributed in France. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry to hear that for Jan Fries. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Wow, that's unfortunate. Wow, that really sucks. Armando, let's hope NECA never does Motu. I think Mondo's filling that gap, honestly. Kirk HT, Jay, that Star Wars figure you did in your video recently was sweet. Which one? I've done 2 videos recently, so, but yes, most of them are very, very sweet. KN Man 00. Hey, KN Man 00. Dollar store steaks are the bomb. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, there's a recommendation. Maybe I should try that one day. Sir Cat. Hey, Sir Cat. Finding NECA in stores where I live is like finding Bionicles super duper rare. Wow. There you go. Crazy. It's very much like here. Pardon me, guys. Jeremiah Rodriguez. Hey, Jeremiah, what's up? What G.I. Joe classic figures are you missing, if any? Well, basically the ones that are currently okay. The one G.I. Joe figure I'm missing 100% absolutely is Regal Cobra Commander. That's the one I'm missing 100%, and I don't think I'll ever get another chance to get it because yeah, he's just too much money on the secondary market now. So there you go, Jeremiah. Everything else is on pre-order. Sir Cat, finding NECA in stores is like I think that duplicated. I think Sir Cat. Jeremiah, which are you most excited for? I just got barbecue, so I was fortunate enough to grab that from the NECA sale. Which one am I most looking forward to? Truthfully, I'm really looking forward to Storm Shadow. An accurate version of Storm Shadow. Zarana looks pretty cool. I do like the way she looks. I'm not sure if I'm actually excited about her. Dusty looks cool. Um, if I had to say I'm excited about any figure that's coming up right now, I think it would have to be Crocmaster. I think he looks awesome. That deluxe set looks crazy. So yeah, that would have to be the one that I'm actually kind of excited for. Canman00. Cost goes down, so does quality. I will not disagree. I had to think about that for a second. Yeah, I will not disagree. Popeye Rick, do you think that Zellers would have? Oh, sorry about that. Do you think that Zellers would have carried more toy collections if they had survived? I think Zellers, the law of Zellers Toyland, like, oh my god. I think Zellers. I think I. Wow, that is a holy crap. Oh my god. It's not about surviving. They pretty much gave themselves up to become target, right? Like it's holy crap. How can I say this properly? Um, it's exactly the same thing with Toys R Us. Like Zellers and Toys R Us, their toy sections were basically the same when you think about it, right? So, uh no, I don't think Zellers would have survived either which way. Zellers as a brand, just it's like Bargain Heralds. You know what I mean? They just were not destined to last. Zellers had the backing of the Bay. I think that was their biggest selling point. That was they had a backer. I think that's really what it ended up being. They were the low end consumer grade value, department store for the Bay. That's what it is. That's really what it boils down to. Now they have winners, and they have now they have winners. They have Home Sense and Marshalls. So it ended up becoming the same thing really at the end of the day. I think that's really what happened, Rick. Lokaloo at Radio Biker. Yeah, man. No matter where people come from, as long as they're cool and respectable, and we all have negative people in every culture and background. Absolutely, brother. I totally understand that. I totally agree. Filipino people, man, there was a lot of kuriput. I'll put it that way for anybody who knows what I'm talking about. Barry Allen, yes. When the Black Series figures reach $50, they're not meant for kids anymore. They're getting there, bro. They're getting there, and it's scary. KN Man 00. They're not toys. They're works of art. That's what they want us. That's what they want us to treat them like. Hey, there he is, James Shapiro. Hey, geeks. Hope you're all safe and healthy. There you go, guys. There's James. Blood and gore specifically for kids. Come on. Well, it is interesting that they make toys for kids, even though they don't have any blood or gore. Just crazy. Pop Culture Hero. Hey, Pop Culture Hero. Good to see you, my friend. Arguably, NECA is making collectibles with mint and box investments as the primary audience. Ooh, there's an idea. I wow, that is quite the statement. I have to say that's interesting. Titanium Hanger. What are your thoughts on Junkman and Spectre Creative attacking Retro Blasting, where Michael supported the Bantha that is total garbage and boycotted HasLab, which has delivered? So, Mike, I'm going to respectfully decline to answer any of that. I don't. Yeah, as you know, Mike, flame wars are ridiculous. Seriously, somebody says something out of context or makes or says something which was perceived as a slight to another party, and then it becomes this huge internet feud, lots of beef. Like, come on, man. Seriously, we all love toys. We're all into the same, man, just let's all be cool to each other. You know what I mean? Let's just all be cool to each other. And I don't know if anybody actually attacked anybody. Like, seriously, I really don't. Um, you know what? Here's the craziest thing about that. I enjoy watching all of those channels. I enjoy watching Junkman. I enjoy watching Spectre Creative. I enjoy watching Michael French. I enjoy watching all of those. You know what I mean? They all have their little idiosyncrasies. They all have their way of presenting their channels. They all have their audiences, and I enjoy them all. right? I love your content, Mike. You know what I mean? By the way, guys, if you haven't already, definitely check out Tidarian Hanger. He's got some great content, amazing content for Star Wars, Transformers especially, and of course Centurions and Bravestar. Definitely go check out his retro channel. You guys are gonna love it. But Mike, I'm gonna respectfully decline to directly answer that question. But I will say that everybody should be cool to each other, right? Internet drama is internet drama. It's just ridiculous, right? And the reality is that the drama that they're drumming up is just basically fueling fire, which helps all of their channels. I'm gonna put it that way, right? Because the more they fight with each other, the more they get hits, and the more they actually cross traffic. So you know what? It is what it is. I hate to say it that way, but you know what? My basic rule of thumb is just to be cool to people. You know exactly what Local Lou said. You know, seriously, no matter where people come from, as long as they're cool and respectable, we all have negative people in every culture and every background. But at the same time, if we're cool to each other, that is what's important. I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for the question, though, Mike. That's awesome. Reggae Biker, Jay, what do you think about the Viper Island channel? He says that he's in Canada, but he doesn't do a lot of reviews on hand. He says he says he has breaking news on G.I. Joe, and he got a video copyright strike. Uh, Again, I'm not going to comment on any channel specifically. Viper Island is doing their thing, man. Like seriously, he's like any YouTuber. He's trying to get ahead. He's trying to make his channel relevant, and that's fine. You know what I mean? However, he decides to actually continue his stuff, he's all the power to him. A lot of people have asked me about Prime versus Prime. A lot of people have asked me about people who steal products to get reviewed. You know what? My overall answer to that, truthfully, all right, I take no sides. I take no sides. But my overall answer to everything, right, is just like take this in whatever regard you want. Take this however you guys want. But this is the truth. In order to get ahead in any situation, regardless of if it's good or bad, or perceived to be good or bad, right? Whatever you do to get ahead in life, that's on you. All right, that's on you. You have to be aware of your own abilities, and you have to be aware of what it is that you're doing in your own life, and you have to be content with that. You have to live with whatever it is that you do. So whatever it is you do, you are welcome to do it, in my opinion. You are absolutely welcome to go and grab products from somebody in the back of the truck. You are welcome to go and buy products from somebody from a warehouse. You are welcome to make those connections with people who can get you that stuff, right? And you are welcome to actually make those reviews. Seriously, you put in the work. You've actually made those connections. You're paying the money. That is your product. You own it. Just like people are free and clear to actually buy KO products from somebody at the other side of the world that don't belong to that, are copyright infringement in pretty much every regard. People are welcome to do that. It's a free country. It's a free society. Um, you know, this is something which people just have to really come to terms with. This is this is something of reality. Okay, but what you do with that, how you live with yourself after that, how you're able to sleep at night with that, that's also on you. That's something you have to live with, right? And you know what? If you get a copyright strike for what you're doing, if it's warranted, because it might not be, but if you get a copyright strike for what you're doing, that's something those are the consequences you have to deal with, right? The way you conduct yourself on YouTube is the way people will perceive you, right? And whatever anyone's doing, whether it's Viper Island, whether it's Michael French, whether it's that junk man, whether it's any of us, whether it's me, whether it's Tidarian Hanger, whether it's anybody, right? We are doing whatever we can to get noticed by the algorithm, to get pushed by the algorithm, and to get more likes and follows and subscriptions. We are doing whatever we can to actually get that done. And some people are willing to do more than others. Some people are willing to step over a certain line. Some people are willing to do things which some people will perceive as being illicit, or a little bit shady, and it's gonna get it's people are going to be judged based on that, right? But what do I think about that? I think it's all fair game. I think everything is fair. If you can get away with it, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be straight up with you. If you can get away with what you're doing, all the power to you. Straight up, all the power to you. If you can get away with it, congrats, you got away with it. Seriously, it happens. It seriously happens. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at any YouTuber out there, any YouTuber, we all walk this very, very thin line of copyright. We really do. We walk on this really thin line. And YouTube does not make it easy for anybody. Realistically, they don't. They put tools in place on YouTube to actually detect copyright, right? So, you know, every YouTuber out there, borrows, in terms of like what everyone perceives as fair use, right? YouTubers borrow assets all the time. This is just a common practice for everybody, right? But if anyone was to actually call you out on it, right? If anybody was actually to call up the copyright holder or whatever and just say, "Hey, this guy's doing something bad," da, ba, 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 you run the risk of being caught, right? That happens, right? And what are you going to do? You can dispute it. You can basically plead the fifth. You can go to YouTube and say, "Hey, everyone's doing this. Are they going to listen to you?" That is an argument in and of itself. But asking me what I think about that in terms of like a specific YouTuber and calling them out, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to basically go ahead and say, if anybody can get away with what they're doing, then you know what? All the power to them. Because honestly, they're doing something to get noticed by the algorithm. They're doing something to get noticed by people, and it's working. A lot of people say, "Oh, clickbait's terrible. Clickbait's wrong. Clickbait is this. Click, 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 click. This is all clickbait." I'm sorry to say it, I'm sorry to say this to you guys, but everybody clicks on clickbait. That's why it's called clickbait, right? That's the way it is. This is the way life is. Human beings are psychologically, we're wired. We're wired to do these things. And psychologically, if somebody's actually tapped into that idea and figured out how to do that, all the power to you. People wouldn't be making clickbait if it didn't work. I think we should all think, that's something that's just what it is. Renegade Biker, I appreciate the question. I'm just not going to answer it directly in that manner. The only thing I am going to say is, if you can get away with something in life, bravo, bravo. But you have to live with those consequences. You have to live with whatever comes up after that. There, that's what I'm going to say. True, Locoloo, absolutely. James Shapiro, how you doing? How you doing today? How are you, James? No negativity, man. He's a small channel, and Iron Can and Shark are being nerdy. There you go, guys. Yeah. Again, whoever's following this whole flame war, whatever, man. Again, people are. I say it straight out. You're welcome to try. You are welcome to do whatever you can, and if you can get away with it, great on you. But you got to live with those consequences. Whatever happens afterwards, ding, 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 that's up to you. Lego plastic will outlast humanity. They will be here with the roaches. I totally agree with that. Renegade, that's what I was wondering. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not gonna engage. I'm not gonna engage because I've already said my piece on this, so I'm gonna move on. Pop back Rick. World War II with prop guns in the background of the yard. That's what I meant, Jay. World War II with prop guns in the back there. I know what you're saying, Rick. I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, it came off in my head, and it's, in some people's head, it might not have come off. Again, it's different when you say it and you put huge sarcasm on it. Once you do that, I think people will get it. But when I'm reading it and when I'm reading it out loud, it might not come across because I don't know how to say it. So, no bad here, no harm done. I just, things are happening in the world right now where that can be misconstrued. So, just be careful. That's all I'm saying. James Logoloo, the plastic will kill humanity by piercing the feet of everybody stepping on it and die of infections. Yes, 100%. Like I played Rambo. Yeah, I know. I get it. I get it, Pop Actor. I get it. Renegade Biker. However, I'm curious. Geez, I'm sorry, guys. I cannot. I can't engage with that. I seriously can't. I'm gonna move on. Canman00. If NECA makes the hump smaller, I expect the partial refund for less van. Good one. James Graham. Hey, James Graham. Good to see you. Yo, what's up, Junket Man? What's up, Mega J? What's up, James? Good to see you, bro. Renegade Biker. James. Do you play military flight simulator games on the computer? Okay. Again, I gotta. You have, but not presently. Cool. Um, Barry. Just check Toys R Us. The Star Wars The Black Series Untucked America is 20, 29, and 57. Yes. Yes, guys. Head over right now. I wonder if their sale goes on until next Thursday. That would be awesome. That would be great. Sweet. Guys, head over to Toys R Us right now. Grab Antuck Merrick if you're in Canada. Gotta get him. Gotta get him. Renegade Biker. James. Okay, cool. You guys are now playing cool stuff. Trendy light sticks. Local NECA has done figures before, such as Terminator, Predators, Aliens, and now RoboCop. Also, TMNT movie 60 years. Two TMNT being made with new hip joints. I'll do breakdown on my channel. Excellent, awesome. Thank you, Local Renegade Biker. Yep, I'm thinking about the new foot pedals as well. Okay, sorry guys. Jay Shapiro has the red off. No, he's right there. SGA G Skagade. I'm sorry, my friend. I don't know how to pronounce that. My apologies. I don't know what to make of NECA releasing so many new figures, taking so much money on pre-orders, and then the legal woes of having their that they're having with Loot Crate. Kind of suspect. Yeah, and it's another one of those things where I'm just gonna shrug my shoulders and say, "Hey, if they can get away with it, all the power to them." Like seriously, that's just the way the world works. But yeah, it is kind of suspicious. I don't disagree. Barry, yeah, the only time your toy should break is when you're 3 years old and when your 3-year-old gets a hold of it. That happens quite often, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going on these. You guys are having your own conversations, which is awesome. Pardon me. Geeky Ninjas. Nah, you misread my most of my responses in my comments. It has nothing to do with the QC. With what I was saying, I was responding to you not getting the part where I was saying that NECA is an adult collector. Um, no, I sort of did answer that, Geeky Ninja, but let's move on. I see where you're coming from, and I understand what you're saying. I do. I really do. Pop back direct. Just kidding. Did we talk? Did we talk on the Spectre? For crying out loud, you guys. Seriously. Geeky Ninjas. The only reason why NECA is in Target and Walmart was a necessary move as a brand because they no longer had Toys R Us to carry their product anymore, so they made the exclusive agreements. So Geeky Ninjas, I'm gonna move on because although you have a point to make, and I get it. Um, they're none of us. Okay, I'm gonna put it this way: none of us actually know what's happening in the background, and when we start making assumptions like that, and we find out later that it's not true or it is true, it just opens up a can of worms. So you know what? Let's just move on. And my overall point of this whole discussion, which we've had wonderful discussions, is that NECA seems to be treating their products as disposable, right? As perishable goods, as cited by multiple sources, right? And again, I have no citations to fall back on, but I love the conversations we've been having. A lot of people seem to be having the same problems. So it's my overall question is: are NECA products action figures, or are they art pieces of artwork? And it seemed more and more likely that NECA wants us to treat them like artwork. Wow, just crazy. So buyer beware is what I'm saying. I think that's really what it boils down to. Oh wow, you guys are just going on and on and on. Uh, James, guys, smash that like button. Helps the visibility growing our community for the algorithm. Thank you, James. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Geeky Ninjas, with both Target all the gore you speak of isn't what you were saying, because it's what the gore, and you were saying the bloody Target or Walmart would carry. Again, Geeky Ninja, I'm going to move on. I am, and I know where you're coming from. I know the point you're trying to make, but let's just move on. You know what I mean? Like we can go in circles. We'll go in circles all over the place, and I don't want to. I don't want this to escalate into something else. I'll just agree to disagree with you. Okay, like I think that's probably the best we can do. And I appreciate the conversation. I really do. Yo, Joe C. The Super 7 Van is 500 on BBTS Entertainment Earth, so I'm wondering if they will have it on sale. Probably not. I doubt that very much. Renegade Biker. Okay, you guys are continuing conversation, which is great. Oh God, you guys. Localoo. The big TMNT figures are 1/4 scale, and NECA only did movie tune lines at 1/6 scale. TMNT Mirage Comics figures are done by Mundo. Oh, by Mundo. I got you. Now, yeah, that's a great explanation. Thank you, Loco. Looking forward to your reviews, my brother. James Grimm. Who else wants AVP Ultimates? I liked AVP. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else feels the same. I liked AVP. Like I'm not sure if I you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. I want AVP Ultimates, sure. Yo, Joe C. Classified. I'm looking for the most forward to Spirit and Freedom. 100%. I love those two figures. Absolutely, they're great. James. Holy crap! You guys are having an awesome conversations. Respectfully, you don't have to agree with me, but it's the facts. If your Toys R Us was still here in North America, NECA would be selling products. Respectfully, let's move on. Thank you, Geeky Ninja. I appreciate it. And again, thank you for the wonderful conversation. Seriously, it's been great. It's been stimulating, and we can keep going forever. Seriously, but it's taking up a lot of people's time. But trust me, we can continue that 100%. Okay, you guys are really okay. Pop back to Rick. Why does the Motu Super Mario Smurfs films mostly take place on Earth? Because movie companies believe that in order for a movie which is based for which is really geared towards kids, needs to have a connection with kids. So they force kids into the movie somehow, or at the very least, Earth people. That's why Master of the Universe had to come into the Earth realm to bring Courtney Cox and Duncan McNeil. They had to bring them into Eternia, right? Because there has to be a human connection, right? Super Mario, they're already from Earth, so that was kind of a juxtaposition anyway. So that's actually not the point. So don't worry about that. The Smurfs, again, those are humans interacting, but they brought them into the 20th century, which is kind of stupid and ridiculous. But again, that's to humanize things, to make them more relatable, and it's dumb, right? Make the movies for the properties in the places where they're supposed to be. It should have stayed in Eternia. It really should have. That's the one thing I didn't like about the movie. But I love watching Courtney Cox and Robert Duncan McNeil. I love watching them run around. It was crazy. Renegade Biker. You guys are still talking about that. Awesome. Yep, Localoo wants AVP Ultimates. Absolutely. Jermaine is down. Jermaine says, I went down with the Star Wars Vintage Collection rabbit hole, and now I pre-ordered most of that new wave. Wow. Awesome stuff, Jermaine. That's one heck of a deep hole. Oh, for crying out loud, guys. Localoo, Pop Culture Hero. Yes, NECA knows about the mint in box collectors designs and the boxes the way they do it for display. One to stack and one to play. I agree. I totally agree, Loco. Geeky Ninjas, Jesse, where you at? James, Localoo. It helps that the boxes have kept the figures from falling apart due to looking at. See, that's the conversations I want. That's hilarious. Geeky Ninjas is laughing his ass off. So am I. Chemical Reaction. Good to see you, brother. James, NECA should reissue Aliens Queen Blue. Ooh, that would be nice. Geeky Ninjas. Absolutely. Localoo. Oh, for crying out loud. James, so unfortunately, the toxic nature of people only happens when egos and insecurities are involved, but it's a hobby and should be enjoyed as such. I agree. I totally agree. Localoo. Decord. 100%. James Burrow, yes, but I'm savage when posting my figures. Some break some break and the strong last. Ooh, that's an attitude I like. Jermaine, that's a lot of YouTube gangsters here, especially on the sneaker community. Believe me, I know. Crazy. Action figure Darwinism, a survival of the toyist. Wow, that's crazy. Good stuff. Rick, I'm surprised Filmation tolerates all the Motu YouTube channels that used their theme song or sound footage from the episodes. Even Spectre uses them for his intro. Well, considering Filmation is defunct, it's kind of up in the air, right? So yeah, I think that really sort of is where it is. The rights did go to, I believe it is Warner Brothers, unless somebody can correct me on that. So if Warner Brothers has the rights, or is it Universal? According to according to according to Spectre, it's Universal. So if anybody's gonna come after you, it's gonna be Universal. I think that's where that lies. Local Lou, knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is power in motion. Ooh, these are some proverbs, man. Yo, Joe C. After the apocalypse, the only thing left will be cockroaches and Lego blocks. I got you. I don't disagree. Rick, does defamation even exist? The library is owned by somebody but probably ignored for the most part. I'm sure that they claim a video rather than a strike. They do exist. They've released multiple VHSs and DVDs, and they've licensed out the property to Netflix and other streamers in the past. I believe it is Universal. Localu, James, the wisdom and toys going hand in hand. Like lamb and tuna fish. 10 points for getting the movie quote. LOL. I'm not even going to attempt that. I'm too tired. James, Devin J, you skipped the old man joke regarding acronyms that I made at your expense. This is why I'm old, bro. This is why I'm old. I completely skipped it. But you guys were having such a terrible conversation. I didn't want to even acknowledge it. So you can't even blame me. So suck that, James. Papa Direct, James, Lou Scheimer, daughter probably still holds the rights. No, she does not. Pop back direct. Actually, she does not. There are actually no rights. Once a property is sold off, it's sold off. So right now, I do believe Universal has some sort of rights to it, or even Warner Brothers. Somebody has to look that up because I really don't know. Barry, smash that like, people. Thank you, Barry. I really appreciate it. You're awesome. Lee White, hey Lee White, good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Greetings, Jay. Greetings, Lee White. Disappeared like Zeller is hilarious. James, local Lou, not the biggest Sandler fan. My favorite films are with the Spanglish, Rain Over Me, when he's not being Adam Sandler. Ooh, somebody got it. Zellers destroyed Kmart, Target destroyed Zellers, and Walmart destroyed Target. Target. Zellers did not destroy Target. That's actually not true. Pop back to Rick. Zellers was bought out by Zellers was absorbed by Target, right? Zellers was absorbed by Target, if you will, Target. Kmart destroyed itself. Let's not get that wrong. Kmart destroyed itself. Target destroyed Zellers. No, Target absorbed Zellers. But yes, technically, I guess for what you're saying, on that note, yes. You know what? Actually, yeah, I'll agree with that. Target did destroy Zellers. And Walmart destroyed Target. No, Target destroyed itself. In Canada, everything you're talking about is Canadian, okay? Like, pop back to Rick. Everything you're talking about Canadian. So Zellers did not destroy Kmart. Kmart destroyed itself. Target destroyed Zellers. I'll agree with you there. And Walmart did not destroy Target. Target destroyed itself here in Canada. They just did not. They overestimated the market here in Canada, and it bit them in the butt, and they just did not recover. James, so I came across a comment somewhere complaining about that Canada gets all the toys first. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. It's not untrue. It's not. It's true and not true. It seems like we're getting early releases for whatever reason, but so are so many European countries. But you know what? At the end of the day, YouTubers make things seem as if it's gigantic, and that's the key. Like, me finding a whole bunch of stuff has made people think that things happen. Not a lot of people. There are a lot of Canadian YouTubers who are finding the same things and are really proliferating this idea. Joe C, I would consider NECA a plastic substitute, a plastic statue. Be careful to pose it, and don't ever touch it again. That is so great. James, I want AVP toys based on the Capcom arcade game. Otherwise, nah. Good stuff. I think that's what actually everyone's talking about. Renegade Biker. Well, Jay and James, I'm going to have to go to bed. Good night, Renegade Biker. Thanks for coming by. I have to get up early to be steal a ship and get to replace the AC parts of my vehicle. Do splitting timing belt last week. Oh my gosh. Sorry to hear that, Renegade. Have a good night. It was great to see you, brother. Thank you so much. James says cheers and good night and good luck. Renegade, cheers to everybody. Thank you so much. Comic reaction. NECA has a secret ingredient that keeps me coming back. Yes. It seems to be that magic ingredient for everybody. Kevin Herbert. Cool. Hey, Kevin Herbert. Good to see you, my friend. KN Man 00. Well, hang on to them walls, put them in glass cases, put them in pedestals, hang them with care, give them their own room, and sometimes sell them for ridiculous profits. Sounds like artwork, if you ask me. There's a conclusion which I could live with 100%. Kevin Herbert, currently collecting the TMNT NECA is addictive. Yes, I'm right here. I'm right there. I'm right there with you. Loco Lou, NECA figures are both toys and works of art. Full stop. Toy photography is proof of this, and almost hard to tell the difference between NECA Predator and Hot Toy Predator on a photo done right. There you go. There's another peg on that artistic wheel. Geeky Ninjas, it's universal. I do not disagree. Chemical Reaction, got a roll. To me, they're both works of art and action figures. Stay cool, everybody. There is another last word. Good night, Chemical Reaction. Good to see you. Geeky Ninjas, okay, you're gonna have to have me as a guest one day on your show, so we have a discussion about our convo. Uh, all right, Geeky Ninja. That seems fair. But let's be civil about it at the very least. And I know you will. I know that you're good about that. All right, Geeky Ninja. Good to see you, brother. Thank you so much. Lee White. Hey, Lee White. Good to see you. I love Adam Sandler movies. My favorite ones are the ones he's not in. Timothy Hans. Hey, Timothy. Good to see you, bro. Hey, guys. How's it going? Better now that you're here, Timothy. Barry Allen. Night, Jay. And chat will be uh, be well, and this is the way. Go Jays, go. Go Jays, go. Absolutely, Barry. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Geeky Ninjas. I'm limited to what I can type, and everything wasn't read altogether. It's broken in parts. Yes, I completely agree. Thank you, Geeky Ninja. It was a great conversation. Batfan1. Hey, what's going on, Batfan1? I just got back into collecting action figures a couple of years ago. I had no idea there was so much drama involved in the fandom. It's partly why I love comics. I know it can be that way, Batfan1. I tend to let bygones be bygones and let people figure it out on their own. That's my overall opinion of that. But don't let that deter you from loving toys. It really is a great hobby. Just watch what you love. Just watch the channels that you really appreciate. Collect the toys that you want, and really spread the love. This is what we're all here for, Batfan1. Good to see you, my friend. Pop Actor Rick, James, Malaysia gets it all first. Fact. This is true, actually. James, Barry Allen, solid team this year. Hope they do well. I'm hoping so too. This is going to be awesome. James Grimm, if it wasn't for any secondary market prices, do you think the collectors would go as hard as they do hunting stuff out? Hunting stuff sold out or older? And do you think that the landscape would be different if, or be the same if nothing went up in value? I think in a perfect world, if everyone could get an action figure when they wanted it, how they wanted it, and at the price that they wanted it, I don't think anyone would be. I think everyone would be content. I think the world would be better. But I do have to say, the hunt is addictive, and I love it. James, Popular Rick, not wrong there. This is true. Timothy Hans, looks like I missed a lot. I'll have to catch up on the replay. Timothy, you are awesome, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. You are the best. Thank you so much, Timothy. Along with all you guys, you are all the best. I say that as a group thing. We're doing the group thing, guys. You guys are all awesome. You guys are all the best. I love you guys. 3:23 in the morning. You guys are all still here. You're crazy just like I am. Thank you guys. I love you all. James, Timothy Hans, you totally missed out on the plans to rule the world using toys as strategies. James, you're hilarious. Jermaine, did NECA ever make a Dartman figure? Oh God, I think the answer was yes, wasn't it? You can just do a Google search on that. I think they might have. Loco Lou, Jay, I would love to join in on that stream with you and Geeky Ninjas. Brother, you are always welcome. I'm gonna do a whole stream with people who with a lot of YouTubers. I think I will do it. I'll tell this channel like a whole bunch of guys who want to get on a chat. I think it'll be fun. So yeah, definitely, guys. Let's stay in touch. Timothy Hans, James, LOL. I know, right? Just crazy. Well, guys, we finally reached the end of the chat. It was awesome. You guys have what a wonderful conversations we always have on this channel. Thank you guys so much for everything. Geeky Ninjas, we shall have that wonderful debate one day. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Loco Lou, you're welcome to join. Anybody who has a YouTube channel, please reach out to me. Let's organize something. Let's get a date together. One of my live streams or maybe something else. Maybe I'll just put the link out to everybody who wants to join, who has a channel. And I will restrict it to people who have channels. That way I can push people with channels and get their channels known a little bit. Or we can help other YouTubers. I think that's the biggest thing about that. So yeah, I'd love to do that. Maybe even next week. We'll see what happens. And guys, I think that would be a lot of fun. But for tonight, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. It's been a blast, as always. This is the highlight of my weekend, guys. You guys, of course, are the best. The Mega J Retro community, and of course, the Toy Collector community. What a place to be! Such the camaraderie, such the love, um, collective appreciation for the 70s, 80s, and 90s toys collections, everything in between, all the freaking pop culture that you can get your hands on. This has been an absolute pleasure being with you guys here tonight. Guys, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. Last couple of comments before we log off. Um, Jay, James, you're gonna have to go over. Jay, you're gonna have. Sorry, James Shapiro. Jay, you're gonna have to go over how to do $5 Friday online. I can never find the deals. All right, you know what? I'm actually doing some show. I'm trying to help people now. I'm trying to show where the deals are and how to find them. So yeah, I'll talk about $5 Friday for sure one day. It'll probably be one of my episodes too. So yeah, one day we'll make that happen. Sure, James. That sounds great. Timothy Hance, LOL to James, absolutely. Loco Lou, people need to remember that collecting community comes from the love of toys and the live of the hunt, always the chase. Absolutely, Loco Lou. I am totally on board with you there, 100%. Thank you for your wisdom. Pop back to Rick J. You missed the mom and pop video stores until Blockbuster killed it. I do indeed. I still miss them. Pop and Rick. Pop back to Rick, 100%. Loco Lou, I messaged you on IG. Thank you, thanks. I'll add you to the. I'll say hi. I will say hi there. We will talk on there, Loco Lou, 100%. Miguel Bernal. Oh, I'm so tired. Miguel Bernal. Hey, Miguel. Good to see you, mi amigo. I'm still here. Muchas gracias, mi amigo. Thank you so much, Miguel. I really appreciate you being here, my brother. Thank you so much. But we do have to say hasta luego for now. I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. Miguel, take care, my friend. James, last comment, man. I gotta have to log this off. At Loco Lou, well said. Also, if anyone wants to send me Sailor Moon figs, I'm game. Oh, James, absolutely. Geeky Ninjas, stay well, Jay. Stay well to you too, Geeky Ninjas. Thank you so much for the awesome conversations. All right, guys. Unfortunately, we are gonna have to log off tonight. We're going to keep going for until the dawn. But thank you guys so much for spending some time with me here on the Mega Zero Retro channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. You guys are the best. It's thanks to you that we've reached over 7,500 subscribers. Thank you, guys. It's because of you that we reached that major milestone. I hope you guys are all doing well, staying safe. Holy crap. last ones. All right, Loco Lou, Jay Severa, LOL, and Geeky Ninja sounds good. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you're all doing well, guys. Staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. We have the power, everybody. We have the power. And apparently, NECA makes great pieces of art, which just happen to look like action figure toys.